Hey, welcome to another episode of Midnight Quest, where tonight we will continue our hero's journey across the plains of death to the fallen city of Kalos to confront one of Zargon's most feared commanders, the Witch Lord. Tonight we're going to be following a group of heroes as they enter the last gate before the court of the Witch Lord, which is guarded by Kessandria, the Witch Queen. Should be an interesting quest tonight. Hey, if you are hanging out in the stream tonight, don't be afraid to throw something in the chat so I know you're there. It looks like just about everybody that is watching has thrown something in the chat. We've got the crew here. We got Justin, we got Gohan, we got Savannah, we've got Zuli. We got all sorts of people going on. And Zuli has been watching streams like a crazy person today. 3 streams today. That is awesome. Nice. I don't know how you have time. But that is super cool. All right, we have some quests set up to get to before we can get playing, so let's get that done so that we can get onto this board. I need to get back into the normal swing. We had such a weird, section of episodes there for a second that I feel totally thrown off the groove. Glenn says, I've watched a few streams, streamed a couple hours, and I'm still here. Yes! So he says, I don't know as well, but to be honest, I've been watching streams while doing my chores. That's the way to go, yes. Justin says, you got Justin physically. Mentally, I'm in the 5th dimension. Yeah, that's about right. Same for me, too. My back is killing me. My head is swimming. I think I fell asleep 3 hours ago, and I still haven't woken up, and this is all just a dream. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. Yeah, Gohan, I saw that you were live earlier as well. I was at work when the notification came through, but hope your stream went well, too. Oh, yeah, Justin's been driving all over creation today. Okay, so let's switch to a board camera so that we can pick our heroes. Now, regular viewers know, but just in case this is your first ever episode of Midnight Quest, we currently have 12 heroes in the ranks, but only 4 can go on a quest. So we have this pile of Beatles cards, shuffled as of just like 15 minutes ago, so this is all of our cards. And this lines up with a character randomizer sheet on the wall behind me, so that we can pick 4 heroes to go on the quest. Yeah, Zuli says we are in your dream as well. Yes, indeed. This is a magnificent shared dream sequence right now. We're on it. But that means you guys should be able to do whatever you want, right? So transport here. Let's hang out for real. Gohan says, I just built Lego. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And Gohan says, lies, they weren't shuffled. All right. We'll shuffle, we'll do some more shuffles. Okay, we got shuffles. Our first hero tonight is the 9 of Diamonds, which is Paya the Monk. Oops, I killed Moonstone by accident grabbing Paya. Here is Paya. She has recently upgraded her attack and has become an absolute war machine, so that will be very helpful. Gohan says, Defense Queen, yes. Oh, and Justin says, I forgot to tell you, there's a show Xavier used to watch a long time ago. You might show your kids called Beat Bugs. It's a kid's cartoon, but it's all Beatles music. Nice. Definitely have to check that out. Zuli says, good idea. I think I'm a book of flight in the dream. Yeah. Yes, Paya, P-A-Y-A is how you spell that, Zuli. Yes. I'm glad you picked up on that, too, because AI, I often look at AI overviews of the VODs on YouTube just because I think it's funny to see what it gets right and what it gets wrong and what it says. And it always just spells her name P-A every time. And I have no clue how that makes Paya P-A. Wouldn't that just be Pa? Our second hero tonight, the 4 of Hearts, is Valerna the Elf. Oh yeah, I gotta pick up Moonstone. Valerna is right here. Seems like she was just on a quest not too long ago. Next hero, the 5 of Hearts. We got right next to each other. That is Thraken the Barbarian. He was just on a quest a few nights ago. Came real close to dying, but managed to make it through. There is Thraken. Justin's got a 10-stream streak. Nothing wrong with that either. Zuli says, yes, Elf Queen. And finally for tonight, okay, wait a second. Okay, no, that's fine. That is Robert Tylan the Berserker. I thought that was Gramina, and we can't have her tonight because she has to go on the quest tomorrow. There is Robert. That's right, that does indeed mean that tomorrow's quest is the finale of Book 3. Oh, and hey, Draken, I guess. Yes. What kind of name is Robert? That's a good point. That doesn't feel very fantasy-esque. I don't remember where I got that name from. Tomorrow night we are doing the finale of Book 3, which means face off against the Witch Lord, which means Gramina guaranteed. Let's get these guys' character cards out. There's Valerna. Gosh, was she on the quest we just did? I can't think of any other reason she'd be at the top like that. I try not to let that happen, but my memory is so bad, sometimes it happens anyway. There's Robert. And Paya. Yeah, there's Paya. Oh, hello as well, Robert. Yes. Yeah. Zuli only excited about the female heroes. I see. Nothing wrong with that. We've got a lot of female heroes, actually, which is awesome. I think a lot of the heroes in the ranks... Yeah, we might be outnumbering. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get our character sheets ready. Oops. Zuli says, hey, wait, I have a good idea for me. I mean, I could send those character cards today. I want to draw those characters. Yes. Yes. Zuli, you may need to remind me of that in the Discord, but 100%. Ooh, what do we have going on here? Seribot is banning some messages because they're spam. Interesting. Yes! Nothing wrong with being here for the girls. Alright, let me grab the character sheets here. Yep, we definitely just had Valerna on the quest last time, didn't we? Oh well. I like Valerna. There's Robert. There's Paya. And there is Thraken. Valerna and Thraken were actually both in our very first ever episode. They were both on the very first ever quest. And unfortunately, they are the only two survivors now, because the other two heroes that were on that first quest are the only two heroes that have died in the campaign. It was Anora, the wizard, who died in that first quest, and of course, Hogard. Oh, what do we got? Yes. Glenn says, feel like it's been a bit since we had a bot. Yeah, I was just saying that the other day. I was talking to Skyward Sam and Shamrock, and I was saying that it's been a long time, because I always used to joke, hey, if anybody is getting tired of not having any viruses on their computers, then go ahead and hit that link. But we haven't had any for a long time. Uther says, but what did they say? It only showed me one, and it was a link to streamboo.org, whatever that was. Zuli says, I'll be your reminder. Yes. It said it removed 2 messages. It didn't show me the first one. Yes, indeed. Okay. So on our character sheets, of course, we have all of the information we need regarding how much attack and defense they have, how many body points they have, mind points, spells, what equipment they're carrying, what items they're carrying, kind of what their personality is, how many quests they've done, and what skill set they have unlocked. So let's get everybody's items. Oh, before I forget, we've got to determine the difficulty chart. Yes. Yes, you too, Zuli. Thank you for the hope that we all have a wonderful day and night. I am looking forward to the quest, but I am also looking forward to going to bed. Glenn says, I had to be up super early today, so I don't think I'll make it through the whole stream tonight. Yeah, I don't blame you, man, and no worries there. We also got up slightly earlier than normal, but not too much. Okay, so Paya's got 26 points, Valerna's got 24, Thraken also has 24, and Robert has 26. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look. Oh, 100 points total for this team, which definitely puts us securely on level 3 difficulty. So all monsters have an extra body point, Boss monsters have a body point and a potion of healing. So we're going to have a hard quest tonight, that's for sure. Justin says, I'm actually going to try to work on my quest book as I watch. Hey, yeah, that's the way to go. Joanne says, I was up about 4 hours earlier than usual on about an hour or so or less sleep. Ouch. Yeah, I would not blame you one bit for passing out there. I think I would have already. Okie dokie, I need to take a look at the number of quests everybody's been on, because I try to keep them about even. They don't need to be perfect, but I try to keep them about even, so it looks like we're getting some that are going on a lot. Okie dokie, so Paya actually isn't carrying anything. No equipment, no items. She is traveling light. She does have Toolkit Disarm as a skill, though, so she can disarm traps. Excuse me. Valerna's going to get some spells, but as far as items, she's got 2 potions of healing. Oh, make that 3 potions of healing. She has been finding those potions. My gosh, those are all from the treasure tag, too. We don't keep viewer gifted potions if they don't use them in the quest they're in. Elixir of Life and the Ring of Return. And then she's got a toolkit so she can do traps. And then she's got a bunch of spell stuff we'll come back to. Thraken has a Tempest spell scroll, the Fire Ring artifact, and the Rabbit Boots artifact. So he's got a bunch of pretty specific stuff we've got to find. Tempest, Rabbit Boots, Fire Ring. I just feel like it's about to catch up all at once. Yeah. Zoe says, jumping off to go eat. Yep. Awesome. Robert's got magical throwing daggers, a potion of magic resistance, and a potion of strength. There's a potion of strength. I already forgot what I just said. I'm so bad about that. Potion of magic resistance and magical throwing daggers. There we go. Okay, that's all the items. As far as spells and skills, Paya gets the monk elements. Now, I always struggle to explain what these are. I imagine most of everybody that's watching now has seen this and kind of knows what the deal is. She has 4 elemental abilities. Each elemental ability has 2 cards. If she uses one, it uses up both. There is a way she can get them back, but we will save the explanations for what they are, what they do, and how she can get them back if she wants to, for when and if she uses them. Go ahead and says, I'm just now imagining a boss fight that's going rough, probably because Justin is rolling the dice, and chat keeps gifting potions of healing, and the boss is just sitting there like, where do they keep getting them from? Yeah. The boss is just like, I don't remember leaving all these potions all over my floor. Where did they come from? Okay, Thraken also, rather interestingly, has the Danger Sense skill. Now, this is something that's usually only for the Rogue, or not the Rogue class. I was looking at the Rogue cards when I said that. The Explorer class. However, we are trying out allowing regular heroes to unlock this through building the machinery skill set. So this means that if he searches for treasure and draws a trap, we can discard that and draw again, but only once per search. And then Robert Tylan, of course, has the 3 Berserker... 6 Berserker skills, because he's unlocked double Berserker skills. So he has 2 Frenzies, 2 Enrages, 2 Retaliations. That is it, yeah. And again, we will save explanation on what those do for when and if he uses them, just so that we're not doing too much explanation before we actually start playing. Suffice it to say that for most of those, he gets more dangerous the lower on health he is. Okay, what do we have going on for spells? We got a little bit for Valerna, and that's it. Okay, so we're almost there. Let's figure out what Valerna's doing, because she's definitely got some weird stuff, because she has been building magic skill and magic memorization. 4 spells total. She gets to pick 2 by name. She also has access to the tier 2 spells and the darkness spells. Got it. Oh no, I'm dropping stuff. It's all collapsing. Okay. Let's go back to the board camera. Okay, so we got our regular tier 1 spells here. We've got the 3 darkness spells right here. And we've got the tier 2 spells right there. She gets to pick 2 by name, and they can be from any of this stuff. And then the other 2 we're going to randomize. So we're going to mix them all up and sort them all out. Now I think, even though she's got about 1,000,000,000 potions of healing, it's kind of hard to pass potions off. So I do think that giving her the really nice healing spell is a good idea. Rain of Restoration will give somebody 5 body points. That's going to be one we're going to give her. And then honestly, I think the Arrows of the Night is another good one. So she used this fairly recently, and I think it killed a Dread Warrior just right off the bat. So I liked that. Let's give her those 2. And then for the rest of these, we'll just kind of stick them into the middle of the big pile. And then we will equally deal out this big pile into 4 smaller piles so that we can randomize her other 2 poles. And it is possible for her to get another one of those darkness spells or a tier 2 spell. Not very likely, but possible for sure. Now, this is not at all how normal Hero Quest does spells. They usually just have you pick an element of spells, and then you get the 3 cards that are associated with that element. And the elf just gets to pick 1 element, and a wizard usually gets to pick 3. And that usually means we have the exact same spells going into every quest, generally speaking, especially if you're only playing the base game with regular hero classes. The way we do it is we like to randomize stuff so that heroes can potentially get doubles, triples, or even more of certain spells. Means they can get a lot of really good stuff or a lot of total garbage. And either way, it has a lot to do with what that character class can do in the quest. So, Valerna's 3rd out of 4 spells is going to be pile number 2, card number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is Genie. Oh man, that's a really good spell. Very good attacking spell. And her last spell is going to be pile number 3, card number 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is Fire of Wrath. Not bad. Another attacking spell, but not a very powerful one. Still not a bad pull at all. Okay. Let's quickly get the tier 2 spells and the darkness spells back out of there. Oh, there's the darkness spell. There's only 2 darkness spells. I think they went into these first 2 piles. Tier 2. Darkness. Okay. Yep, tier 2. And tier 2. There we go. Okay. Now we got our piles all sorted back out. Usually we have to pick a little bit more spells than that. We do not have very much magic going into this quest, which sucks a little bit because the boss in this quest does indeed have magic. So that might be interesting. All right, let me get our music rolling. We'll read the quest text, and then we will get playing. Let me grab a drink here real fast. All right. You there says, wait, is Ragnar here? No, not this time. Maybe tomorrow, though. He was just on a quest a couple of nights ago. So he's probably still further down the pile. All right, so we're almost finished with Book 3. We've got tonight's quest and tomorrow night's quest, and then that's going to be it for Book 3, and we are going to be starting Book 4 very soon. This is Quest 9, The Last Gate. This, my friends, is the last gate before you reach the court of the Witch Lord. The passages beyond the gate are guarded by warriors from the Doom Guard. They stand guard here in the chambers of Kessandria, the Witch Queen. You must find the spiral stairway which leads to the Witch Lord. Not very much quest text. Straightforward to the point. Go beat the boss, find the stairs, watch out for Doomguard. Okay. We are starting on an entrance room. So we'll get out our entrance room and we'll go ahead and put our heroes on it. And I do believe I'm going to have to move, I'm going to have to move my quest map because the entrance room is over there. Entrance room is right here. Right under the camera. Okay, so. Oh man, I gotta blow my nose, and ad doesn't start for another 12 minutes. How are we gonna do this? As always, the entrance door is treated immediately as an open door. So we do need to go ahead and populate this entire hallway, because the entire hallway is actually in what they can see. So we got a wall up here, and we've got a wall in the corresponding space clear at the bottom. And then we've also got, oops, I almost missed, a wall directly out from them. So we're forcing them to stay in this hallway. And then we've got a door leading into this kind of greenish room. Another door leading into this yellowish room. And I can't quite see my text map, but I think that's it. Yeah. Yep, that is indeed everything right at the moment. Okay, I think that means we are ready to go. So let's see what Paya can do. She doesn't have any sort of searching preference there, so she can search for traps in the hallway, search for secret doors in the hallway, or just move. Let's see what she's gonna do. She picked move. Okay, so we must be going for one of those doors. Is she going for the upper door or the lower door? She's going for the lower door. Dice roll. She is moving 8, and she definitely did not need 8 to get all the way to the door. 1, 2, and 3. And opening the door into this yellow room. Let's get a little bit closer here now that we know what's going on. There is another door. And 5 skeletons. You can tell we're getting near the end of the quest book. Ooh, I think there was a spider web in front of my drawers here. I appear to have put my fingers through a spider web. Skeleton. Skeleton. I don't need to say it every time I put one down, I guess. There's another one, and there is the last. Oh, here, look at this. I was hanging out in You There's stream a couple of days ago, and we were talking about mythic tier monsters with bent weapons. That guy, as Justin pointed out, is definitely using his scythe to scratch his own back. Proof that I just did nothing about the bent weapons. Okay, Paya, are we searching this room for traps, or are we attacking the monsters? She is going to go ahead and search this room for traps. She ain't scared of no skeletons. There are no traps in that room. Okay, Valerna the elf, back in the entrance room. What is she going to do? Search the hallway for traps, search the hallway for secret doors, or move. Yeah, those are her options. She is going for secret doors. One moment, I just realized I didn't arrange her spells correctly. There we go. Searching for secret doors in the long hallway, and this is from corner to corner. I know neither of those corners are on camera, but all the way up that way and all the way down this way, there are no secret doors. Those 2 actual doors we saw are the only ways to go. Second action, traps in the hallway or move. She is doing the trap search as well. And also in that same area, there are no traps. Okay, Thraken, no searching left, it's move. Not moving very much. Which direction is he moving? Okay, he's going the other way. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see what's in this greenish room. Opening the door. There is another door. There is a weapons rack. And 2 zombies. A couple of Milton Bradley zombies here. 1 there. 1 there. And also a Chaos Warrior. Right here. Okay, Thraken. Are we searching for traps or fighting the guys? He is fighting the guys. Okay. Does he benefit from walking in? He does hit harder when he's close range, so I would say yes. No, he's out of movement. I'm sorry, he already went 1, 2, 3. That's all he's got. So I guess he's shooting, and he can't really see the upper zombie, but the Chaos Warrior or the lower zombie are both possible targets. Neither one would be a dumb thing to do. Okay, he's gonna shoot at the Chaos Warrior. So Thraken loads an arrow into his short bow and fires at the Chaos Warrior, hitting it with a 2. Chaos Warrior attempts to defend, blocks one, but not the other. So it's taken a point of damage. Did any of you guys happen to see the link to the interview that I posted in the Discord earlier today? I don't know if any of you had time to watch that or are interested in watching that sort of thing. It was an interview from about a year ago with the guy who created HeroQuest, Stephen Baker, and it was really interesting. I watched, for all intents and purposes, all of it. There might have been like 5 minutes left in the video that I was watching. Had some other stuff that I needed to do, but really, really interesting stuff about HeroQuest, a lot of which that I did not know. I'm going to keep on playing while I'm talking so I don't get too distracted. Robert Tylan, the Berserker, is also moving. Who's he going to help? He is going to help Thraken. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he doesn't have long range, so he's got to go in there. I can't imagine he's going to stop and search for traps. Right now, he's not a trap searchy kind of guy. Which monster is he going for? He could go for any of them. Let's go low, medium, high. Well, that's definitely low. So he is also going for the Chaos Warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Robert swings his battle axe at the Chaos Warrior, hitting it with a 1. And it does not defend. Still not dead. One thing that I didn't put in the Discord regarding things that I learned listening to Stephen Baker talk about the development of this that I had never heard before. I had no idea that this was a thing. Apparently, monsters did not have body points until the American release of the game. So in the initial UK and surrounding markets release, if you scored a hit on a monster, it was just dead. Didn't have any body points. If you scored a hit, it was dead. And that's mind-boggling to me. I did not know that. Okay, it is now the monster's turn. Speaking of monsters, so let's take care of the ones down here at Paya first. Why is my rig not wanting to turn? There we go. So we just need a skeleton to go up to her. That's the only one of them can get to her. Skeleton swings a scythe, but misses. As I've mentioned on the channel a couple of times, because I did know this part, but I didn't quite know the extent to which it was. One of Steven's main concerns with this game was that it had to be simple. So he was looking for all ways that he could think of to make it as simple as possible, and making monsters not have body points made it simpler. I guess they play tested it with body points, decided it was too much, took them out, and then one of the lessons they learned after the release was that people thought the monsters were too easy to kill, so they put the body points back. Blew my mind. Never heard that. Zombie attacking Thraken, swinging its cleaver with a 1. What's Thraken's defense? That's right, he's got Born's armor. He's got good defense, which he blocks. Okay, we also have the other zombie in the corner. Let's get it on Robert. Swings its cleaver at Robert, hitting him with a 1. I bet he's only got 3 defense. Yes, that is correct. Which he does not block. It's okay, he's got a lot of body points, and as I mentioned earlier, he gets more dangerous the lower he gets on body points. That only puts him down to 12. And of course, the Chaos Warrior is also attacking Robert, swinging its axe and hitting him with a 3. He blocks 1 and takes 2. Okay, that concludes the monster's turn. That means we are back to Paya, right down here. Okay, Paya is going to throw a punch at that skeleton. Now, she recently finally reached combat level 7, which boosted her base attack. Base attack is the amount of dice you throw when you do not have a weapon, and the monk is one of the only character classes, or maybe the only character class, that gets a very, very heavy punch without a weapon. So she's still rolling 4 dice here with no weapon. Hitting that skeleton with a 1. Very powerful punch, he says. Skeleton still didn't block, but because of the difficulty chart, it is not dead. Well, she might as well use her other action to search that room for secret doors, and which she will discover none. That takes us to Valerna, who is still standing in the entrance room. Now, since we've already got 2 heroes up there, we'll go ahead and send Valerna down here with Paya. So we're kind of splitting the heroes, guys and girls here. 1, 2... and she can shoot at the skeleton from right there. Loading an arrow up into her short bow. She fires at the skeleton, hitting it with a 1, which it blocks. Darn it. That skeleton is not going down, man. I also failed to look at whether or not we needed armory. It's too late now. Robert totally has access to tier 2 armory. I should have thought of that, because we've got a lot of coins we need to be spending up. Okay, that takes us to Thraken the Barbarian, who is currently fighting that zombie right there in the doorway. Can't wait for that guy to be painted. He just kind of looks like an off-white blob at the moment. Thraken swings his battle axe at the zombie, hitting it with a 1. Come on, guys. We got a hard boss in this quest. You can't be rolling 1s. The zombie defends. What else can he do? Nobody searched that room for anything. Is it going to be traps or secret doors? It's going to be traps. Thraken searches that green room for traps, and there are none. Okay, that takes us then to Robert Tylan, who is right there. Now, if he were really low on health, he actually has an attack that would let him hit both of those monsters, which is what our short today was around. If you watch our YouTube stuff, we posted a short today of Robert using his frenzy attack and destroying 4 skeletons all at once, which was pretty crazy. But right at the moment, he is just going to take a swing at that Chaos Warrior. Swinging his battle axe, he hits the Chaos Warrior with a 1. It doesn't block, but it's still not dead. Oh, Robert. Okay, we're on an ad break. It's happening. Yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff. Nothing like a nice clear nasal passage, am I right? Okay, I think we're going to do some fancy stuff here with Robert. We are going to use his Enrage skill. Now, he does have 2 of these. As an action, you may lose up to 2 body points to immediately make an attack, even if you have already attacked this turn. Add additional attack dice equal to the number of body points you lose. So we're just going to... he doesn't need a real powerful attack here. I'm just kind of frustrated with the amount he hit. So we're going to have him lose 1 body point, dropping him to 9. This allows him to attack again and gives him an extra attack dice against this Chaos Warrior. He swings his battle axe again, enraged, hitting the Chaos Warrior with a 3. It blocks 1, but still takes 2 points of damage. It is dead. There we go. Gosh, did everybody fall asleep? What happened to everybody? I'm all alone. Okay, that was his 2 actions for sure. So we are now at the monster's turn, and looks like all the monsters on the board are already... Yeah, go ahead and fell asleep. Good. We really are in a dream. The zombie is going to attack Thraken, since we're already pointing at this, swinging its cleaver and hitting him with a 1. Thraken defends just barely. We also here have a zombie on Robert Tylan. So this zombie is also attacking, swinging its cleaver, but missing. And then down here, we've got Skeleton on Paya. Swinging its scythe, it hits her with a 2. Critical hit. But she blocks. Just barely, but she did block. Uh-oh. Justin says, ooh, dread spell on a random hero. Okay, let's figure out what our random dread spell is. This could be interesting. All right over here, we have a nice big old pile of dread spells. The first thing we are gonna do is take a look at what the third card down is. Just gonna grab a pile here. 1, 2, and 3, which is Rust. Oh, that could be bad news. This spell causes a piece of the targeted hero's equipment to become so thin, brittle, and useless that it must be discarded immediately. Roll 1 movement dice to determine what is lost. If the hero does not have an item equipped in the slot you roll, re-roll until the spell is effective. Ooh, this is actually going to be really, really bad news. Unless we target Paya, although I don't think we can target Paya. Paya doesn't have anything, so it's not possible for this spell to be effective on Paya. So, considering the text on the card, I would say that should indicate that it can't be ineffective. It's got to get rid of something. So let's not have Paya part of the randomization. We'll use the 4 suits of the deck to determine which hero it is, except we're going to discard hearts because that would be Paya. Okay, this is Thraken. Okay, Thraken, what are we going to lose? Everybody keep an eye on the dice tower here. We have rolled 5, which is the alt hand armor, and he does not have anything in that slot. Let's roll again. I threw the dice completely out of the tower. 1, oh no, that is so bad. That is real bad. Close range weapon. I'm afraid Justin's Rust spell has destroyed Thraken's battle axe. Oh man. Okay, I guess Thraken just became a long-range guy for this quest. He does have 2 close-range attack. That's his base attack. So he's not totally useless close range. Go ahead and says, good job, Justin. Justin hates Thraken. He almost killed him on that quest that he was a guest for. So he's got it out for him. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, where were we in the actual turn order? We were getting ready for a hero's turn, I believe. Yeah. Yep, because we just did the monster's turn. Justin says, I do it for the drama. Yes, and drama it is. And let's not forget, we've got a lot of gold. We can replace that after the quest is over. That's not going to be a big draw on their wallet for sure. It'll just make this particular quest very interesting. Okay, back to Paya attacking the skeleton. Paya throws a punch at the skeleton, hitting it with 2. It takes both hits, which means it is dead. 1 out of 5 down. Okay, Paya, there's nothing else that can be searched in that room. Really, she ought to just go in there. And she has a special area of effect spell that would be pretty cool if she gets totally surrounded. So I'm not even super concerned about getting her completely surrounded. She's got good defense and something she can do about it. So let's just march her right up into the fray there. We also have Valyria. It is her turn now, and at least as long as she is at full health, she is attacking a little bit harder close range. So let's also march her in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. She's got the the long sword, which gives her 4 attack dice as long as she is at full health. And the moment she isn't, it drops her down to 3. Justin says, by the way, I went to 4 board game stores today. Oh, went to. Not one had any hero quest. Well, did you complain to the managers? I would have. No, I'm kidding, I wouldn't have. But I might have said something to an employee. Hey, there's this cool game that's obviously the best, unanimously, objectively, the best board game that's ever been created. You should carry that. And then you pull up the video from Bardic Broadcast and prove it. Valerna attacks the skeleton with the longsword, hitting it with a 3. That skeleton does not block a thing. It is out. Justin says, I was overheard complaining to my friend. In which case, I have to imagine they promptly jumped to their computers and began to order the base set and all of its expansions. Okay, up to poor Thraken, who moments ago was holding a prized battle axe and has instead found himself holding nothing but dust. It's almost as if Thanos snapped his fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull a Tiaga, and we're going to move Thraken away, because now he attacks better at long range. And he is going to put an arrow in his short bow and fire at the zombie. Whoa, hitting it with a critical hit of 3. Maybe Thraken was a better marksman than we were giving him credit for. Zombie didn't defend a thing. That guy is dead. Maybe this was actually blessing in disguise for this guy. And then that takes us to Robert Tylan, who is also hanging out in the room with a zombie. He still has a battle axe, and I have to imagine that he's saying na 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 to Thraken and sticking his tongue out, swinging his battle axe. Jeez, what's going on? I shouldn't complain. Thraken hits that zombie with a critical hit of 4, and that's just about as a skilled strike, but it isn't quite, because zombies have high defense. It still didn't defend anything. That guy is dead. Justin says, One Shop did have Warhammer Quest for $225, but I just couldn't. Yeah. I wanted to so bad, though. The figures look cool. I want updated Chaos Warriors. That would be neat. That would be neat. I've seen pictures of the Warhammer Chaos Warriors. They're, you know, recognizably that, but also definitely a little different. I may never recover from hearing Stephen Baker say Femir, by the way, because I have always, for my entire life, said Fimmer. And, you know, obviously the creator of the game was saying Femir, but I just don't know if I can bring myself to call him that. Okay, Robert, what else? He's attacked, and that is it. He does like searching for secret doors, and that needs done. So secret doors, and treasure are his options. Or leave. He could let Thraken search. Yeah, so secret doors, treasure, or leave. He is indeed doing secret doors. But there are none in that room. Go ahead and says, it looked like it was pronounced Femir. I always thought 2 I's should have been Femir. You know, Femir. If it had been with 2 E's, or even IE, I might have said Femir. But it just looked like Femir. Okay, so that was everything going on with them. It is the monster's turn, and that means that we've got 3 skeletons that are ready to attack. So we've got 2 that are definitely attacking Paya, and this one, which we need to roll to see which one he's going to attack. And indeed, they are all 3 going to go for Paya. Okay, skeleton number 1, swinging a scythe, hitting her with a 1. Blocked just barely. Skeleton number 2, hitting her with a 1. Blocked just barely. And skeleton number 3, hitting her with a critical hit of 2. Definitely blocked. Go ahead and says something with how fantasy or Norse gods with the mirror in their name. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's a good point. What was the dude in God of War, the more recent God of War games, that was just a head hanging on Kratos' belt? He had a mirror in his name, didn't he? Am I remembering that right? Oh, I watched Savannah play both of those games. Mimir, yes! I knew it had something to do with that. Those were both fantastic games. Again, just I just watched her play them. I didn't actually play them myself, but they looked absolutely great. All right, it is Paya's turn, and she has the ability, Mimir. Yeah. She has the ability, theoretically, to take all these guys out at once. Let's just see if she can. She is going to use the Element of Air, which are these two cards, but by using one, she uses both. Eye of the Storm. As an action, make one unarmed attack against all adjacent and diagonal monsters. Okay. Against the skeleton at the bottom, she throws a punch, hitting it with a critical hit of 4. That is definitely a skilled strike, and that skeleton is super dead. However, unlike the Frenzy, this one attack does not apply to all of them. So, against the skeleton in front of her, only hits with a 1, and the skeleton blocks it. And then against the skeleton up that way, she throws a punch, again hitting with a critical hit of 4, skilled strike, super dead. Okay, so she killed almost all of them. That's the way to go. And that actually was only one action. Now, there isn't anything she's going to do unless she's just going to leave this room, which I suppose is an option. I mean, there's only one monster left, and Valerna could totally take care of it. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only way to not waste an action, essentially. So let's go ahead and have her leave. 1, 2. She opens the door into the green room, and in this new room, we discover a door, a table, put a dirt floor down there, and that's it, believe it or not. Is she gonna stop here? Yes, she is. She doesn't have the action to search, but she is gonna stop. Okay, and it is Valerna's turn, so she's still at full health, isn't she? Yes, she is. So we'll go ahead and move her up to the skeleton. And she swings her longsword at it, hitting it with a 2. And it does not defend. I guess that was a strategic move. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the action to search for treasure yet. It's the one thing that needs done. We will be doing that on the next turn. Let's go up to the guys. Thraken is moving on in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he going to stop and search for treasure? No, he is not. 5. Opening this door, we find another door, another table, interestingly, and 3 zombies. We'll put the fancy painted one guarding the door. Okay, is he stopping to search for traps, or is he going in there to fight? He is indeed going to stop and search this room for traps, but there are none. All right, Robert. He does indeed have the action. He could search for treasure, or he could leave the room and let Thraken do it before he leaves. So let's go ahead and card this. Is he searching for treasure? Yes, he is. Ah, there's a special treasure in this room. The first hero to search for treasure in this room will find 2 magical throwing daggers on the weapons rack. Very nice. We have a couple of heroes that have these already. This always inflicts a body point of damage when you throw it at the monster. They can't defend it, so it'll be nice for him to have a couple of these. Actually, he already had 2 of these, so we'll just write this in a different slot since these slots can only hold 2 identical items. So he technically has 3 of those now. Okay, second action. There's nothing left to do in that room, so he might as well move. It's not very smart for him to go into that room, though, because he will get surrounded. So let's just, we'll just move him here. He has less defense than Thraken does. Okay, monster's turn. All we got are these zombies. So we're gonna move them up. Zombie swings its cleaver at Thraken, hitting him with a critical hit of 2, which he blocks, just barely. All right, down here. It is Paya's turn, and we are going to start her turn with a trap search in the green rooms. The whole reason she stopped there. There are no traps in that room, so we'll go ahead and allow her to move in. 1, 2. Now, is she stopping here to do further searching on the next turn, or is she just going for the door? She's just going for the door. So she's not interested in what's in here. She is trying to figure out where this path leads. Opening the door into the next room, we discover another door, another door, 2 skeletons, and a mummy. So we got skeleton, and a mummy. Is she stopping here to search for traps? Yes, she is. Again, she doesn't actually have the action to do it, but she is concerned about whether or not there are traps, so she's just going to hang out there. Okay, Valerna, up here. We need to search this room for treasure because nobody else is going to be walking through it, so before she can leave, we're going to force a treasure search. This is a regular card. Let's see what she finds. She found a potion of healing. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. She's got 4 of the things now. That's the last card that I expected to pull out of that deck just there. That's ridiculous. Well, we don't need to gift her any potions because I guess she's basically invincible. Okay, and then she can move. And we'll just kind of go 1, 2, 3. Is there anywhere we can move her? Yeah, we better just put her here. That gives her the ability to shoot into this room. Now, she can't do it on this turn, but she'll be able to do it. Okay, up here we have Thraken and Robert, and it is Thraken's turn, and again, as per usual, he attacks better long range, and this works out because Robert can't attack long range. So it's actually to our benefit to move Thraken out of the way a little bit. Actually, we'll go in the corner, that way he's kind of looking up into the room, and we'll let him fire at that zombie. Putting an arrow in his short bow, he fires, hitting that zombie with a 2, which it does not block. Heroes are getting kind of lucky on the rolls tonight so far. Let's hope that holds by the time they find the boss. And that brings us to Robert Tylan, who can just march in there and attack. 1, 2, 3. Robert swings his battle axe, hitting the zombie with a 2. And it doesn't defend. Wow. Okay, and monster's turn. We have got, of course, this zombie here that's going to attack Robert, but misses him. And then down here, we need to choose which one of these monsters is going to attack Paya. We'll go low, medium, high. And we got medium there. So it's the mummy. 1, 2, 3. The mummy throws a punch at Paya, hitting her with a 1. Which she blocks. This is kind of crazy. The dice rolls are being insanely lucky for the heroes. All right, and we're coming right back to this fight here because it is Paya's turn. Now this is a fairly hard monster, but probably not one that is worth using either of the other things she has available to her right at the moment. Yeah, let's just throw a punch here, I think. She is, let's see, oh yeah, the mummy punched her, so she's punching the mummy back, hitting it with a 1. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna re-roll that roll. I know that looks ridiculous. I dropped, actually I don't need to re-roll the whole thing. The black shield did not go down through the dice tower, I dropped it. I hope that doesn't seem like cheating. I promise that is what happened. Okay, either way, it's not dead. It didn't defend the attack, but it's not dead. If I was going to cheat a roll, it definitely wouldn't be that one. And then with her other action, she can either search for traps and secret doors. Actually, she can search for secret doors in here as well. So let's say secret doors in this room, traps in this room, secret doors in this room. And she got medium again, so she's going traps in the yellowish room, and there are none. Okay, it is also Valerna's turn, and she can shoot from right where she's at, so she is going to fire at the mummy with her bow. Wow, hitting it with a critical hit of 3. It blocked 2 and took 1. That's the way to go. It is still not dead. Took a little bit of damage, but still not dead. With Valerna's other action... Oh, nice. So Kavoth has redeemed a gift of Potion of Strength. Who would you like to give that to? You can use the hero name if you know him, or if you want to just say the character class, you can. We've got a monk, an elf, a barbarian, and a berserker. Thank you for the gift. Valerna does have another action on this turn, and she probably ought to either search the screen room for secret doors or treasure. The elf, got it. I will mark that down. Potion of Strength as a gift. She will have some very good opportunities to use that. Okay, is she going to use her second action to search this for secret doors or treasure? She's going secret doors, and there are none. All right, that takes us up to the other area of the map with our barbarian and our berserker. Does Thraken have line of sight to that zombie? I'd say probably so. Yeah. Doesn't cross a wall. Comes pretty close, but I'd say he doesn't need to move to shoot. How's it going, Kavoth? It's been a minute. Been a minute since we've seen you in the chat. Good to see you. Okay, Thraken is putting an arrow in his short bow and firing at the zombie, hitting it with a 2. And it didn't block. Wow. These monsters are not blocking even a little bit tonight. Now you guys watch the boss of this quest be like impossible to kill. We got all the easy monsters easy, but then the boss is going to be ridiculous. Okay, that means that he can move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we could have him open the door, but I don't know if that's smart. He has one more movement. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to search this room on the next turn, or is he just going to the open door? Nope, he's going to open the door. 5. Kavoth says, it's been going. Been busy with work getting my certification completed and busy with the wife and kiddos, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's a good reason to be busy. Up in this blue room, we've got another door. And we got a cupboard as well. I always show off these ones here. This is either from Mage of the Mirror or Rise of the Dreadmoon. I don't remember which expansion came with the fancy cupboard, but either way I like the kind of elven curly wood there. Nothing else in this room at the moment, and he doesn't have any actions or movement left anyway, so that is all we're doing with him. It is now Robert Tyland's turn, and he can either search this room for secret doors. He likes that, so we'll double weight that. Or search it for treasure. Or he could just go ahead and leave up into that blue room. He is searching this room for secret doors. This yellowish room he's already standing in has no secret doors. Second action, is it treasure or leave? He's also doing the treasure search. All right, what has Robert found? He's found a heroic brew, which of course means he took home all the winnings. Because after all, who's going to argue? Have we reached a point on this channel where everybody understands that in-joke? If there's anybody in here that doesn't understand that in-joke, somebody here who does, hey, Cal is here, needs to go find a link and stick it in the chat. How's it going, Cal? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling good today. All right, that means the Berserker did both his actions. The turn is over. It is the monster's turn, and we have got a mummy fight happening down here. The mummy throws a punch at Paya, hitting her with a 1. But she blocks. She very blocks. Cal says, I never understand anything, LOL. Yeah, same. I understand things often if I read them, but if somebody says something to me, I usually have no clue what they said. It's like a weird processing thing. I understand that you spoke words. I understand that they were English. I understand that I should have understood them, but I have no clue what you said. Okay, we are right back to the monk, of course. That is the only monster who actually could attack. So let's get a little closer to the action here. Yeah, that's a nice, fairly nice angle. It is Paya attacking that skeleton. She throws a punch. Sorry, not skeleton, mummy. Paya throws a punch at the mummy, hitting it with a 2. And it blocks both. Look at that. Payback for everybody landing damage on it last turn. Cal says, hello everyone, hope you're all great. Yes, exactly, yeah. Paya is going to spend her other action searching this room for secret doors and finding that there are none. Okay, we also have Valerna who can go ahead and fire at that mummy and hopefully finish it off. She puts an arrow in her short bow and fires, hitting it with a 2. However, that mummy will not be taken down so easily. Yet again, it has completely blocked that attack. Oh, darn it. I've dropped a dice. One moment. Oh, gosh. Ugh. I don't have many years left of being able to bend over like that. Okay, other action. Valerna can also search this green room for treasure. Let's get that done. Let's see if she finds anything. Justin says that's Justin's job. Yes. I'm going to have to start going to the gym, and if anybody asks me why I'm there, I'm going to be like, I need to be able to get rid of the dad bod so that I can bend over and pick up dice. Valerna finds a short lever sticking out of a nearby wall. Warily, she pulls the lever. She hears several gear-like noises until finally she hears a click. Suddenly, a chest drops out of the ceiling directly above her, smashing apart on her head. If she's not wearing a helmet, she loses 1 body point. I think she is wearing a helmet, though. Yes, she is. Either way, she finds 50 gold in the chest. It's a trap and some money. What do we got? That puts us up to 4,625. Somebody help me remember to buy Thraken a new battle axe once we're done tonight. We gotta wait till we're out of the quest. But we got the gold. We're gonna do it. Okay, that was Valerna's treasure search, so we are done with the ladies, and we are headed back up to the dudes. What do we got left? Okay, the table room has been completely searched, so it is up into the blue room for everybody. Thraken! Thraken, what's going on here? Are we searching for traps or secret doors, moving into the room to search for treasure, or just leaving the room? He is going to search for traps from his current location. Smart thing to do. Actually, we stopped him there on purpose, didn't we? We should have forced that. Either way, it happened, and there are no traps in that room. Second action. Secret doors in that room, moving up into the room to search for treasure on the next turn, or ignoring all the searching and just going to open that door. The king doesn't help us here. It's the first one. So he is also searching for secret doors from his current location, and there are also none of those in that room. Kavoth says, I feel you on the dad bod. After my daughter was born, I put on 50 pounds. Yeah, that's exactly how it happens, man. I was stick skinny until Savannah had our first kid, and then I've been like steadily gaining weight ever since. Okay, that is it for Thraken, so we are now at Robert. Why can I not remember his name all of a sudden? Okay, Robert, there's nothing left to search here. You might as well head up into that blue room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he going to stop there and search for treasure, or is he going to go one more space and open the door? He is going to open the door. He's sick of searching for treasure, I guess. He is now ready to see what's going on in these other rooms. Okay, no further doors. What we do have in this room, I'm gonna take us back up a little bit here, is a bookshelf. And again, we have the elven made bookshelf here, which is super neat. Eventually all of this stuff is gonna be painted too. Bookshelf. Treasure chest. Oh boy, and 3 Doomguard. That's not going to be a good day for anybody involved. There we go. These are Doomguard. So we have 3 different sculpts here. They are very similar to the Chaos Warrior sculpts, however they're a little bit bigger and they're in alternate poses. Of course, the one's got 2 axes, which is super neat. Doomguard are Zargon's elite lieutenants. These guys are bad news. They are all basically boss monsters, and thanks to our difficulty chart, they all have an extra body point too, which means, what do we got going on here? 5 attack dice, 5 defense dice, 5 body points on all 3 of these guys. This is definitely bad news. Okay, worse yet, Robert does not have a long-range weapon. He's a berserker who are, those guys are not allowed to have long range. He can only attack by walking up there, which means he can't do anything. He's out of movement right now. He can't do anything to go ahead and start damaging those guys. I guess his best course of action is to go ahead and search that room for traps so that he knows he can safely walk in there on the next turn. And in fact, there are no traps in that room. Unfortunately, he is at the end of the hero turn order, which means it's the monster's turn. So we are going to have a Doomguard coming up and attacking. We'll just do this closest one here. The Doomguard swings its axe at Robert, hitting him with a 1. That definitely could have been way worse, which he blocks. Maybe this room won't be a threat at all. I've just spent a good long time working up how bad this is going to be, and then like nothing happens. Down here with the monsters, the mummy is attacking Paya, throwing a punch and hitting her with a 1, which she blocks. But look at that, only 1 white shield in that whole bunch. Cal and also anybody else who hasn't done this, at some point, if you think about it, you ought to jump over to YouTube and search why Hero Quest is so great. It is a video by Bardic Broadcasts, and it is hands down one of the funniest videos on the entire internet, talking about this game that we're playing, making tons of in jokes, which I've carried over to this because again, it's one of my favorite videos on the entire internet. Absolutely hilarious. That video is up into the millions of views too. Okay, Paya hitting this mummy here. That, by the way, is what the joke that I made earlier was from, that I was referencing. Does everybody understand this? The Heroic Brew joke about taking home all the winnings. Paya throws a punch at the mummy, hitting it with a 3. That's gonna finish him, right? Yeah, he blocked 1, but he took 2. He's out of there. I guess who's to say what is under the mummy's wrappings, and who would want to know? Not I. That is for sure. Okay, no further searching can be done in this room or this room, so Paya might as well just walk in there. She's not really in any big danger being surrounded by skeletons, so we'll just send her right up to that. It is indeed Valerna's turn as well. And I believe because she's been hanging out in the back, she's still at full health. Yes, so let's just march her up right to the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She swings her longsword, which gives her an extra attack dice because she's still at full health, hitting the skeleton with a 1. And it does not block. Damaged, but not dead. All right, and that takes us back up to the top of the map to a potential problem situation. Cal says we'll have to look-see at the YouTube thingy. Yeah, definitely. It is a very funny video. If there's anybody watching who has not seen that, you should definitely check it out. Worth the watch. Zargon is going to come up behind Robert and fire at the Doom Guard. In fact, let's just get him up here just because it's a little bit more picturesque that way. Loading an arrow into his short bow, he fires at the Doom Guard, hitting it with a 1. That's probably not going to do him. Yes, the Doom Guard indeed defends that attack. What do these fellas have that could help them out here? This Tempest spell scroll would be a good idea if either one of them gets into a bind. Robert's starting to get low on health, but not anywhere near a dangerous situation. So honestly, they're still doing pretty good. He might go ahead and drink that heroic brew and or the potion of strength that he's got in his inventory. Yeah. Goen says, I will leave the stream up, but I think I'm done for the night. I'll be here tomorrow for sure. Have fun all. Yes, sleep well, my friend. Sounds like you definitely need it. Totally understood. I will catch you tomorrow night for the finale of the quest. You definitely don't want to miss that one because it's a Gromina quest for sure. Hope you get a little bit more sleep tonight. Okay, that takes us over to Robert. Yes, and he actually can do stuff now that he's right up against this guy. Yeah, let's go ahead and drink that heroic brew. I think that's going to be good. Goen says, got to make sure nobody kills her. Exactly, exactly. You're the potion of healing guy tomorrow, that's for sure. But we all know she's not going to need it, right? She's gonna absolutely destroy that guy. Okay, heroic brew. Drinking the silvery liquid before you attack will allow you to make 2 attacks as a single action. This consumes the entire potion. Return this to the treasure discard pile once used. And this is what Robert is using. I'm going to make sure I erase that off his character sheet so I don't forget. Very nice. And that means he is going to get to do 2 attacks against this Doom Guard, unless by chance he kills it on the first try. No, he's definitely not going to. Robert swings his axe, hitting it with a 3. That's a good hit. And the Doom Guard doesn't block a single one of them, taking all 3 hits. Still not dead. However, Robert gets a second attack. Because of the heroic brew, he swings his axe a second time. This time only hitting the Doom Guard with a 1. Okay, again, I dropped the dice. It was this one. It really doesn't matter because it's blocked the hit either way. Yeah, so it blocked that hit. I gotta be careful. That's twice now I've dropped the dice. I gotta be more careful about that. I'm getting too wild with the dice swings. Okay, we got Monster's turn. Actually, Robert does have one more action. What can he do? He could search the blue room for treasure, but that's probably not a good idea when there's monsters on him. He is going to search this Doomguard room for secret doors. That is his other action. And there is one. There is actually a secret door leading up this way. Now we'll go ahead and put a couple things out in this hallway just because I'm going to forget if I don't do it now. They're not super important things. We know about that wall that's right there, but there is also a wall out this way right here. And that is what is in that hallway right at the moment. Okay, Monster's turn. We'll just start right here with that Doomguard, which is attacking Robert. Swinging his axe, and again, I've dropped the dice. Come on, man. Get it together. Okay, good. It didn't go real far. There we go. Hitting Robert with a 2. Robert defends 1, but not the other, dropping him to 8 body points. Still not a big deal. He gets more dangerous the lower he gets. And down here, we have got a skeleton each on the ladies. Skeleton number 1, swinging a scythe at Paya. Hitting her with 1. But she's going to defend that no problem, without a doubt. Yes, indeed, she defends. And over here, a skeleton also on Valerna the elf. Hitting her with a 1. What's she got going on for defense? 3. She also blocks. I got some stuff blocking her stats. There we go. K-Bot says, gotta get to bed. I have work in the AM. Have a great night, everyone. Take care. You too, K-Bot. Good to see you, as always. Very much appreciated that you hung out. And thanks for the potion of strength gift. Valerna is really close to the boss right at the moment, so I'm saving it for that. That's why I haven't used it yet, because she's going to need it. Of course, yes. We'll be back here questing tomorrow if you're not doing anything. Ah, I got a potion of healing as well. Who's that going to? I will write that on before we get out of here. We got Monk, Elf, Barbarian, and Berserker. Anyone, your choice. Okay, we'll randomize. We'll use the 4 suits of the deck. That is going to our Berserker. Spades would be Robert Tylan. And that's good. He's actually one of the only people who does not have any way to heal. And actually, he's the lowest on health right now, too. So that'll benefit him without a doubt. Awesome. Okay, that brings us back to the hero's turn. So we are at Paya the Monk, who's hopefully going to take out this skeleton. Let's see if she can do it. She throws a punch at the skeleton. Oh, missing entirely. She doesn't have anything that lets her re-roll something stupid like that, does she? No, she does not. That's unfortunate. Okay, she missed, and that's how it is. And there's nothing else she can search in this room either. So I guess that means she's done. That's what you get for missing a skeleton with a punch. That skeleton, I guess, is very fast. Moving over to Valerna. She is also in battle with the skeleton, and I believe she is still at full health. Yes, she is. She swings her longsword at the skeleton, hitting it with a 2. The skeleton does not block either hit. It is dead. Again. Okay, as I mentioned, there's nothing else that can be searched in this room. I think we're going to have her cast a Fire of Wrath. Yeah, I'd say that's her best bet for going ahead and damaging this other skeleton that's in the room with them without moving. It's not going to kill it, but she might at least damage it a little bit. A line of fire appears at Valerna's hands and engulfs the skeleton. The skeleton attempts to throw off the magical flames, but it is not successful, taking 1 body point of damage. There we go. So they ought to be able to kill that on the next turn. That takes us up to the other room where we have Thraken and Robert fighting a whole bunch of Doomguard. Yeah, Thraken doesn't really have a huge amount that can help us unless they get into dire straits. He's got that Tempest Scroll, so it is really just about shooting. Robert puts an arrow in his short bow and fires at the Doomguard, but misses it. Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll let him do the treasure search. We might as well. So the blue room here has not been searched for treasure. Let's see what Thraken finds. Okay, he found a potion of healing. I can't believe there are still so many of these in this deck. I really figured that the heroes had them all or close at this point. So he's got a potion of healing. Either the heroes have them or they're in the discard pile, is what I figured. Okay, well, can't complain. They got some healing available to them, especially because of the hard monsters, but there you go. Okay, that takes us to Robert, who is attacking the Doomguard. What's he got going on that he could help himself with? He's got Enrage, which might be beneficial. He's got that Potion of Strength, which would give him some extra dice. He's got all of those magical throwing daggers. Well, even if we Enrage, that's gonna be after he attacks. So let's just go ahead and do a regular attack. Robert swings his battle axe at the Doomguard, hitting it with a 2. It blocks 1 and takes the other. That is 4 body points of damage, which means it's still not quite dead, but it's really close. Yeah, let's use his other Enrage, I think. I think that's going to be all right. Now, we just showed this card on camera, so I'll just tell you what it does. Basically, it lets him attack again. It also requires him to lose either 1 or 2 body points. Whichever one of those he chooses, he gets an extra attack dice for each of those. We're only going to have him lose 1. This is going to drop him down to 7 and allow him to make a second attack with 5 dice this time, swinging his battle axe enraged. Darn it. Come on with the dice throws. Where did that one go? I can see it, but I can't quite reach it. Where is this dumb thing? I know it's right there. There it is. Okay. And as a punishment for totally throwing the dice, he only hits with a 2. The Doomguard attempts to defend. Defends 1 and gets hit with 1 more. That is just enough to take out the first of the 3 Doomguard. 1 down. Yeah, okay. And that was both of his actions, so we are back to the monster's turn. Unfortunately, that does mean that another Doomguard is coming up for him basically immediately. It's going to be the other 1-axe guy. This Doomguard swings its axe at Robert. Ouch, hitting him with a 3. Robert does not defend any of those. Okay, this actually does kind of work out strangely. This drops him to 4 body points. However, that triggers his retaliation skill. This skill can only be used if you have 5 or fewer body points, which he does. You may use this skill immediately after you have taken damage from an adjacent monster. Immediately make an attack against that monster. This does not use up an action for your next turn. So actually that has worked out for him extremely well. In retaliation for the damage he just took, he swings his battle axe at the Doomguard, hitting it with a 3. It does not defend any of those, being that it probably didn't expect that. Taking all 3 hits. It's not dead, but that was a pretty good line of events right there. And down here, we have a skeleton attacking Paya the Monk, swinging its scythe and missing her. That's no good. I mean, I guess it was just on fire a few moments ago, so it's probably not feeling too great. And that takes us back to Paya's turn. She throws a punch at the charred skeleton, hitting it with a 3, which in this case is a skilled strike, meaning that skeleton is super dead. Oh yeah. Okay, Paya, are we searching for treasure or leaving the room? What's she like to do? She doesn't care. She is leaving the room. Okay, Paya. How many rolls do we got? That's pretty good. Which direction are we leaving the room? Red or black? We're going black. Okay, actually, I'm good with that. I'm glad that's what happened there. 1, 2, 3. In the blue and black room, there is no further doors. There is, however, an altar. A dread altar, which looks like this, with a book and a couple of candles. And 2 mummies. Here and here. Okay, is she stopping here? No, she is not. She is going to walk into the room, which is silly, right? I mean, she's got 5 defense dice, so she's probably fine. She's also got Twisting Torrent to cancel damage if she has to. Okay, so I guess we'll just march her right into the middle of the fray there. Because even if we put her in a corner, both of them are going to get to hit her. Unless Valerna also goes in there. Now, we don't need to force Valerna to do the treasure search in this room because they will have to walk back through this room. So we'll go ahead and card it to see what she does. However, Valerna does like searching for treasure. So we'll go treasure, treasure, go help Paya are our options here. She is going to do the treasure search. Let's see what she finds. Lying half covered in dirt in the corner of the room, Valerna finds a gem worth 25 gold coins. Not bad. That puts us up to 4,650 coins total. Very nice. And with her second action, she might as well at least go up there and present herself as a potential, 1, 2, 3, alternate target. Well, yeah, I was going to say whether or not she's concerned about traps. Paya did just step on that square. We know it wasn't trapped. Okay, we will see what happens with that when we come back from the dudes. Up here we have Thraken the Barbarian loading an arrow up into his short bow and firing at the new Doomguard. Hitting it with a 1. Kind of doubt that's doing anything. Yep, the Doomguard defends. Thraken does not have the ability to do anything else. Yeah, I mean, he could move, but why would he? That takes us then to Robert Tylan, who is attacking this other Doomguard. Now, he does have a potion of strength, but I think we might save that, actually. Okay. Yeah, I think I got a plan. Okay, here's what we're going to do. He is going to swing with his battle axe at the Doomguard. That Doomguard only has 2 body points left, so it's possible he kills it. Hitting it with a 1. Okay. No longer possible that he kills it. And the Doomguard blocks. That's okay. We didn't want these Doomguards to be too easy. There is nothing he can search for, so unfortunately there's nothing he can do with his other action. However, I'm going to go ahead and have him drink the potion of healing that Kavoth gifted him, because it is possible for that Doomguard to one-shot him. So we're going to go ahead and heal him 1, 2, 3, and 4, which puts him back up to 8. That also means, potentially, that if that Doomguard hits him really bad again on this monster's turn, it will again trigger his other retaliation. He can do that twice. And it might trigger it again if it hits him really bad. Okay, with that, it is indeed the monster's turn, so let's take care of that Doomguard that is hitting Robert. See what happens. Doomguard swings its axe and hits him with a 2. He blocks 1, takes 1, dropping him to 7. Not quite enough to trigger that retaliation, but still not too bad. And then down here we have a couple of mummies. So one of them for sure is attacking Paya. The other one, is it going to go for Valerna, or are they both attacking Paya? Okay, the other one is going to go for Valerna. So let's do this one here. This one's going to stay on Paya. Throwing a punch at the monk and hitting her with a 2, which she blocks just barely. The other mummy is headed down for the elf, throwing a punch at Valerna and hitting her with a 2, which she just barely blocked. So I really did not expect her to block that. That's kind of impressive. Okie dokie, we are back to it. So let's get Paya. Now Paya does have a skill that would let her attack a little harder, but we know that there is a boss coming up. We don't know where it is yet. I kind of feel like we ought to save Strength of the Mountain for the boss, or at least for the boss room, unless they get into dire straits. They should be able to take care of these 2 mummies fairly easily. Paya throws a punch at the mummy, hitting it with a 1. You gotta hit harder than 1, which the mummy blocks. Yeah, it would. When you only hit it with a 1 and it has 4 defense dice, it's gonna block. Paya, what are we searching this room for? Traps or secret doors? She's going secret doors in the blue room, and there are none. That brings us to Valerna, who is also in here. Valerna, somehow still at full health, is swinging with her long sword and hitting that mummy with a 3. See, that's how you do it. The mummy does not block a single hit, meaning it is dead. Valerna's not taking no crap from mummies. I don't think so. Okay, now she's got a genie and an Arrows of the Night, but again, those really ought to be potentially saved for a boss. She's also got that potion of strength, so she's got plenty of tools. Maybe it actually would be worth using one of these spells on the mummy. Okay. I think Genie is the slightest bit more powerful. Either one of these spells, they're about the same. Genie or Arrows of the Night. She's still got the potion of strength that Kavoth gifted her as well. For the boss, so let's use one of these. Let's definitely not use both, but I think let's use one. Let's go for Genie, I think. So with her second action, Valerna is casting Genie at the mummy. A genie appears in front of her and she directs it at the monster. The genie immediately attacks, hitting the mummy with a 2, which it doesn't block. Okay, it's not dead. I don't remember if I gave the other one she killed that extra body point. Might have to review the footage on that later. All right, that takes us up to Thrackan and Robert. Thrackan loads an arrow into his bow and fires at the Doomguard, hitting it with a critical hit of 3. And it does not block a single one. That Doomguard is taken out. Thrackan does not seem to care one bit that his battle axe rusted and was discarded. He is still taking out monsters left and right. Okay, he's got a second action. He might as well move in there. Really no reason not to. Yeah, they already know there's no traps. 1, 2, and 3. We don't want him up close range though, because he's got a fire. So we'll leave him right there. This takes us to Robert Tylan, who is also now free to move up into that room. 1 and 2. Now he ought to be close range because he can't fire anything. Do we have him drink the potion of strength? Yeah, I think we do. No reason to be hoarding potions. They only go back into the treasure deck if they get used. So he is going to drink a potion of strength. I don't know if we've shown this card on camera before. Drinking this strange smelling purple liquid allows you to roll 2 extra attack dice the next time you attack. This consumes the entire potion. Return this to the treasure discard pile once used. We've used them before. I don't know if I ever showed them to the camera. Make sure I erase that off his sheet. So this means for this particular attack, he is throwing 6 dice instead of 4. Swinging his battle axe at the Doomguard, he hits it with a 4. That's the way to go for sure. Get this 1 dice out of here. It's still not going to kill it. And look at that, it doesn't defend a single one. That is kind of crazy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That Doomguard is very damaged, but not dead. And now that we are at the monster's turn, it is its turn to retaliate before it is dead. Let's see if it can hit him. It swings its 2 axes, hitting Robert with a 2. Robert defends 1, but not the other, dropping him to 6. Not quite enough to trigger that retaliation skill, but that's okay, because they seem to have the situation handled. And down here, we have a mummy attacking Paya. Throwing a punch at the monk, the mummy hits her with a 2, which she blocks. Very nice. Okay, we are right back to Paya, of course, hitting that mummy with a punch of only 1. Paya needs to take some more combat classes because the 4 dice does not seem to have helped her very much. Hitting the mummy with a 1, and believe it or not, it doesn't block, and that does actually finish it off. It only had the 1 body point left, so she got super lucky there. What's she got going on? We still don't know about traps or treasure in this room. However, they've stepped on all the relevant squares. No point in searching for traps. So is it going to be treasure or leave? She's leaving. She's letting Valerna search for treasure here. Okay, off Paya goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Means she can open the door into this kind of maroon room here. There are no further doors. There is, however, a fireplace right here. Oh boy, a whole bunch of monsters. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skeletons. There we go, this is gonna reset our drawers. So we need a whole bunch of guys here. So we've got skeletons here, and then 3 right in a line. And then also 1 here. There is also a mummy. And in this room is the boss of tonight's quest, Kessandria, the Witch Queen, who was recently painted by Savannah. Come on, camera, focus. What do I need to do here? There, it's focusing on her back. Can we focus on the front as well? If I could get a hold of the base, that would probably help. Yeah, there we go. So this is potentially the one quest we will see Kessandria in, and she is hanging out right there. So this is definitely an interesting situation. Paya also does not have a second action. All right, so what's she doing? I don't think we're gonna let her charge in there. Despite the fact that she's got a pretty good amount of defense, being surrounded would be bad. So let's just leave her right at the doorway for now. And we're gonna move her in there as soon as we can. But she can't even search for traps, unfortunately, because she's already used her other action. So I guess that is it for her. We're gonna leave her right there. And it is now time for Valyria in the blue room. And we do need to search this room for treasure before she leaves it. So let's see what she finds up there in that blue room. Pinching your nose, you sift through a very pile. What am I saying? I'm going to start this card over. Let's all pretend that none of that happened. Pinching your nose, you sift through a pile of very smelly orc clothes. Wrapped in what you desperately hope is a shirt is a small pouch containing 25 gold coins. Gosh. That takes us up to 4,675. I don't know if I'd take those coins. I might have just left the coins. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if 25 coins is enough. Okay, and then we're just going to move Valyria down here too. She got a really, really good roll, but again, it just as dumb as it would be to move Paya in there, it would also be very dumb to move Valyria in there. They would immediately get surrounded. Okay, back up here, we've got the Doomguard situation, which is almost solved. In fact, that Doomguard has only got one body point left, so surely between the two attacks here, that guy is going to be out. Thraken loads an arrow up into his bow and fires at the Doomguard, hitting it with a 2. I just bumped the mic there, sorry if that made a big noise. And the Doomguard defends one, but not the other, so it is indeed dead. Nice. That's how you take care of a Doomguard threat. You get the two powerhouse warriors in there, both beating on them one at a time, basically. Okay, Thraken. What else do we have? There's only treasure left in here, however, it's a chest, which means it's going to take 2 actions to get to, so he can't move and search. So let's go ahead and roll him on this. Is he going to just move to the chest for the sake of searching on the next turn, or is he going to let Robert do that and just leave the room? Okay, he is indeed going to move to the chest. He doesn't have the action to actually search it yet. We'll let him do that on the next turn. So Robert is going to go ahead and leave this room. 1, 2, or he would. Is he going to stop and search for traps? Yes, he is. He is searching for traps in that hallway. This search is going to apply from wall to wall. So from that square right there all the way to this square right here, there are no traps. And it is the monster's turn. Which brings us back down here to the boss room. We've got a couple of things that are going to happen here. First off, we're going to get this skeleton up here to Paya. Skeleton swings its scythe, hitting the monk with a 1, which she blocks just barely. And also, Kessandria the Witch Queen herself is going to leave the protection of the skeletons to move over here. That way she is in range to cast a dread spell. So Kessandria comes loaded with 5 dread spells. We're not going to look at what they are just yet because we are going to randomly choose which one she casts. Either way, Paya is the target of this spell. So let's see. She is going to cast the very top card, and that is Lightning Bolt. The spell may be cast in a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal direction. The bolt will travel in a straight line until it strikes a wall or closed door. It inflicts 2 body points of damage on all heroes or monsters that stand in its path. So actually, strategically speaking, this isn't necessarily the best possible action for her to take, although it's not possible for her to hit both heroes unless she's standing here or here. Yeah, there's nowhere in the room that she could go that would make a diagonal hit both of them. So at least she's only destroying one skeleton doing this, because this is actually going to kill that skeleton, but it's also going to hit Paya, and Paya will not be able to block this. So the lightning bolt actually goes from Kessandria all the way across and hits this wall clear over here in the green room. It causes 2 body points of damage on the skeleton, which kills it. But it also causes 2 body points of damage to Paya. And that drops her to 10 body points. Ouch. I just realized because she let that skeleton die, that's actually left her open. But the monster's turn's not over. Actually, okay. Actually, we're totally fine here. I'm just blanking here. For some reason, my brain was telling me Kessandria means monster's turn's over. No, all 5 of these guys can also move. So actually, that's kind of allowed another skeleton to attack. So first off, skeleton with a scythe, hitting the monk with a 1, which she blocked, but again, just barely. And then we can actually rearrange the remaining monsters to continue to block Kessandria from being the target of an attack. Yeah, that actually worked out really well. Okay, we are back to Paya's turn. Let's continue down here close to the action like this. I like these closer views, especially for the boss fight. And what's Paya got up her sleeve? Strength of the Mountain would be good for when she's actually attacking Kessandria. Tidal Surge will help her knock out damage if she gets hit really bad. Yeah, I think we're just going to have her attack the skeleton regularly. Throwing a punch at the skeleton, she hits it with a 2. It blocks one, but not the other, so it is not dead. This also allows her to spend her other action either searching for traps or secret doors in that following room, and she's going to search for secret doors first. Not really the strategic thing to do, but whatever. There is indeed a secret door in this room right here. So we're going to open that up, and that opens us up into a hallway that has a wall that we know about already that way, and also a wall here. So kind of a short wall, kind of mirroring the upper version of these rooms. Okay, it is now Valerna's turn, and she can also fire at that skeleton that is right there. However, it would probably be more in her best interest to move to a place that she could theoretically cast at Kessandria. Really what they need to do is they need to punch a hole into the room and then both go charging in there. That's really the best possible situation. We don't want one of them to go in there at a time though, so it's going to have to be Paya kills a monster on the first turn and then moves in, and then Valerna also moves in. That's really what needs to happen in the best case scenario. For now, we're just going to have Valerna shoot at that skeleton. Throwing an arrow, she hits that skeleton with a 1. Throwing? Whatever. Shooting an arrow, she does manage to kill that skeleton by landing the second damage. Apparently, she just threw the arrow instead of firing it, but you know, whatever. Who knew that she was capable of throwing an arrow so hard that it would still kill a monster? Okay, back up here, we have Thraken the Barbarian, who is spending the first part of his turn searching this treasure chest. Let's see what Thraken finds. The first hero to search for treasure in this room will find 240 coins in the chest. They will also find the Armband of Healing artifact. Excellent, let's see what this artifact does. Looks like this. It is alt hand armor, so it goes in place of a shield. Once per quest, the wearer may call upon this magical armband to heal 2 body points. If the wearer's body points are reduced to 0, this magic will trigger automatically before any potions or spells can be used. Okay, so he may pass this off to somebody at some other point, but at least for now, we're going to go ahead and mark this on Thraken's sheet. The Armband of Healing goes in his alt hand, and that means that he can choose to heal 2 body points once per quest. And that doesn't ever stop working. So that's kind of a permanent thing for him. Now, we will have a better thing to put in that slot when he gets Tier 2 Armory access, which means he might as well pass that off to somebody else. But for now, we'll let him keep it since he found it. And then we'll let him use his other action to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 out in the hallway. Okay, Robert is also headed out into the hallway. Is he searching for secret doors or moving? He is going to go ahead and search that hallway for secret doors, but there are none. Second action, he can go ahead and move out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, monster's turn. Boy, I didn't realize how crooked that cupboard is. Let's fix that. Yeah. Back over here, we've got the boss room, and we've got an open area. Do we want the skeleton or the mummy to go up there? You know what? It's all right. I don't know how to hold stuff. There's the mummy. The mummy throws a punch at Paya, hitting her with a 1. Which, believe it or not, look at that, she does not block. Dropping her to 9 body points. That's kind of wild. And Kessandria, again, this time she doesn't have to move, but she can cast a dread spell with the target being Paya. She has 4 cards left. Let's use the suits this time to choose which card. It is going to be card number 4, which is Cloud of Dread. Okay, this is actually, we're going to negate this because this is actually not going to have any effect because none of them are in the room with her. So let's wait on that one and let's redraw the suits, but if it's a spades, we'll redraw. Okay, third spell. Cloud of Dread would be a dumb thing to cast. She is going to cast Sleep on Paya. This spell puts any one hero into a deep sleep. A sleeping hero is unable to move, attack, or defend themselves. This spell can be broken immediately or on a future turn by the hero rolling 1 movement dice for each of their mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. Okay, so Paya gets 1 chance to throw this spell off immediately. And she's got 6 mind points, so I'd say she's got a pretty good chance of throwing this off. Being a monk, she's got pretty good concentration to knock this sort of thing out. Do I not have enough classic dice for this? That would be disappointing. Let me check the storage container. Ah, there we go. I was going to say, I've got 5 of the Milton Bradley base sets. I ought to have enough red dice for this. Okay. Paya is attempting to throw off the sleep spell by rolling 6 movement dice into the dice tower. If any of these are a 6, the spell is ineffective. There you go. Wow, she actually got 3 6s, so that spell didn't do a darn thing. Gosh, I am so bad about throwing stuff tonight. I am going to lose something before it's all said and done. Okay, that takes us back to Paya's turn. Now, we are trying to punch a hole in that room so that they can actually go in there. Paya should theoretically be capable of taking a mummy out in 1 hit, but it's not super likely. So I think we probably ought to bring out some of the big guns. Okay. We are going to have Paya use her Element of Earth, which is these 2 abilities. However, we're going to use Strength of the Mountain. Roll 2 additional attack dice on an unarmed attack. Using this element does not count as an action. And then, of course, the Element of Earth is exhausted. So this means she can attack this mummy with 6 dice instead of 4, which hopefully will mean she'll kill it in 1 hit so that the 2 of them can charge in there. She hits the mummy with a 2. Well, so much for that. That's not going to defend, or that's not going to kill it even if it doesn't defend. And it blocked 1. 6 dice, 1 damage. That is my dice rolling skills, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, thank you. All right, and she is going to use her other action to search that maroon room for traps, and there are none. This brings us over to Valerna, who is also going to make an attempt at getting rid of that mummy by firing. This time she's firing the arrow instead of throwing it. However, she only hits the mummy with a 1, which it blocks. putting up a fight this time. And there is nothing further that she can do. So we are up at the dudes up here. Let's see how they move. Thraken is moving 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means he can now see down this double wide hallway. In the double wide hallway, we have a couple of walls. Whoops. Here and here, as well as a door leading into the central room. Just like that. Okay, he's got an action. Is he searching the double wide for traps or secret doors? He's going traps, and there are none down that entire double wide hallway. Okay, that takes us to Robert Tylen, who's also up there. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 started down the double wide hallway, and he can use his other action to go ahead and search for secret doors up here, and there are also none of those. Monster's turn. How's everybody in the chat doing? I see we got a few viewers. Everybody doing okay? Having a good day? It's a Monday. It's one of those days, or at least it's a Monday where I'm at, so it's just kind of like a day. Back to work, weekend's over. Ugh. I don't know about you guys. I didn't have a particularly fantastic day at work. Wasn't anything specifically bad, but it just, it was one of those days, you know. Really disappointed the weekend ended when it did. The mummy is going to attack Paya, throwing a punch and hitting her with a 2. Which she blocks, but again, just barely. That's wild how she's like consistently throwing exactly the number of defense dice that she needs. So that's not 1 over. And Kessandria. Now again, we want to not cast the bottom spell, which is Cloud of Dread. It would still not be of any benefit. So we're only going to draw for these 2. So red or black. We're going black. It's this one. She casts the Fear spell at Paya. This is probably also going to end up being ineffective. This spell causes any one hero to become so fearful that they may only use 1 attack dice. The spell can be broken on a future turn by a hero rolling 1 movement dice for each of their mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. So notice that she cannot throw this off right now, which means this is going to affect her on the next turn, but then after she has taken that turn, she can make an attempt at throwing the spell off. So Paya is currently fearful. And that is of benefit, actually, because that again means that they're not going to kill that mummy, or she's not going to kill that mummy on the next turn, so that they can't both go in there. All right, that does take us indeed to Paya's turn. So let's start off by seeing if she can land damage with 1 single attack. Her punches are reduced because she is fearful. She does manage to land 1 hit on the mummy, but it blocks. I almost said zombie. Okay, and let's see if she throws the Fear spell off or if she's going to have it for a second turn. Same thing for the sleep. If any one of these dice is a 6, she's thrown the spell off. Yes, only 1 6 this time, but she has indeed thrown off the Fear spell. Okay, it is now Valirna's turn. Valirna loads up an arrow in her short bow and fires at the mummy. This time hitting it with a critical hit of 3. The mummy blocks 1 but takes 2 body points, which means it is dead. Do we want to send Valirna in there? Because they're just going to keep... I hate for them to cheese this room, taking the monsters out one at a time. Yeah. Paya apparently just seems to have a big issue with getting in there and actually taking a monster out in 1 hit. You'd think a skeleton would be fairly easy, but just to guarantee it, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to move Valirna in there, but we're going to put her in the corner so she at least can't be surrounded. And then that's going to help, hopefully, that they can kind of bum rush the boss and get rid of her. Okay. Who came up with that term, by the way, bum rush? What is that? As soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, you probably shouldn't be saying stuff if you're not 100% sure what it means. I've heard that all my life. I hope it isn't anything bad. Who came up with that? That's such a weird terminology. Thraken. Moving 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And opening the door into the central room, he finds another door. Oops. Another door. And if you would believe it, another door. As well as 2 skeletons. Don't hurt yourself on the skeletons there, guys. Skeleton here, skeleton there. Everywhere you look, a skeleton is there. Okay, how was he on movement? That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does have 1 movement left. Is he stopping to search for traps? Yes, he is. And that is very good, because this room has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spear traps in it. Please allow me to place spear trap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't grab even close to enough. 6, 7, 8, and 9. As well as 2 pit traps. I'm surprised that it's only 2. Pit trap here, pit trap in front of the door. So that is a trappy room. Okay, Robert Tylan. See what he's got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he can get over to this skeleton here. I was gonna let him step on that trap if he didn't have enough just to attack the one. Let's see. Robert is swinging his battle axe at the skeleton, hitting it with a 1, and it does not defend. Taking the damage, but not dying. It is the monster's turn. We're already pointing at this room, so let's take care of it. Skeleton swings the scythe at Robert, hitting him with a critical hit of 2. Wow, okay, which he blocks. I wasn't expecting that. And another skeleton here attacking our barbarian, swinging its scythe and hitting him with a 1. He's got Born's armor though, so he's got plenty of plenty of defense, or not. This drops him to 11 body points. That's all right. He was still actually doing really good healing wise, and he's been building that Constitution skill set. Chat, we might need some extra monsters in here. I don't normally ask for that, but the heroes are getting really lucky with their dice rolls tonight, which is unusual, and they are not being challenged very much. We got some, if you've got some channel points in here, we've got wandering monsters and difficult wandering monsters you can redeem, which will make monsters attack these heroes immediately. If anybody's interested and isn't saving points for some bigger stuff, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea, because the heroes are not struggling very much in this quest. Okay, over here we've got lots of stuff to do. Theoretically, we should be able to have everybody in this room attack. So, skeleton number 1 on the monk. Hits her with a 1, which she blocks. Skeleton on the elf. Misses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second skeleton on the elf. Hits her with a critical hit of 2. She blocks 1, but takes the other, dropping her to 11 body points. As you can see, still not really damaged. And Kessandria, the Witch Queen, has 2 spells left. I still think it would not be very smart for her to cast Cloud of Dread. It would actually have an effect now, but she might as well wait until both of them are in there. So let's just go ahead and have her cast Tempest, which is going to cause one of these heroes to miss their next turn. Is she going to cast this at the monk or the elf? Let me shuffle my randomizer deck here really quick because we drew all the cards. There we go. She's going to cast that at the monk. So, poor Paya is going to miss her next turn because she is engulfed in a whirlwind. Okay. And it is indeed Paya's turn. So, the whirlwind abates. However, she has missed her turn already. It is, however, Valerna's turn up here in the corner, and we need to do a couple of things with her. First off, we need to get rid of at least one of these skeletons, hopefully. She's no longer at full health, so she's only swinging a 3 now. She swings her long sword at the skeleton, hitting it with a 2. It blocks one, but not the other, which means she did not manage to kill it. She's got a damaging spell, but I would really like her to cast that at Kessandria and not waste it on a skeleton. So, yeah, that is going to be it for her turn by the looks of it. She's got a second action, but there's nothing she can do. So we'll go ahead and take us up to this room here with the Barbarian. Zargon the Barbarian is attacking a skeleton. However, he attacks better at long range. So let's back him up one. He loads an arrow into his short bow and fires, hitting the skeleton with a 1, which it doesn't block, but it's still not dead. All right, we are at Robert Tylan here attacking the other skeleton, swinging his battle axe. He hits that, he misses that skeleton because apparently he's getting tired. The dice heard me say that the heroes weren't being challenged, so it decided to turn the tides, I guess. What else can Robert do? He can search this room for secret doors. However, there are none. That takes us to the monster's turn. We're already pointing at these 2 skeletons. Let's do that. Skeleton attacks. Zuli is back. How's it going, Zuli? We're in the middle of a boss fight. We're not pointing at it right now, so you haven't missed the big bad boss, but also the heroes aren't really being all that challenged tonight, to be totally honest with you. They're kind of breezing through the quest. I've been poking the chat to give us some wandering monsters, but nobody's done it yet. Skeleton on Robert Tylan. Hitting him with a 1. He has blocked. Lily says, I'm great. Finished eating just now. Nice. Good lunch, I hope. I'm a little bit hungry myself. I don't know why. I ate earlier. Lily says, that's great. I didn't miss anything. That's right. Skeleton attacking Thraken. Hitting him with a 1. Which he blocks. Ah, there you go. Wandering monster. And this is a regular wandering monster. Any particular hero? We've got Paya the Monk, Valerna the Elf, Thraken the Barbarian, and Robert Tylan the Berserker. We'll go ahead and come down here and take care of this until we know. Skeleton on Paya. Hitting her with a 1. Which she blocks. 2 skeletons on the elf. 1 hitting her with a 1. Which she blocks. The other one hits her with a critical hit of 2. She blocks 1, but not the other, dropping her to 10 body points. Definitely Roberts. His name isn't fantasy enough. There you go. We need to kill Robert. Somebody get you there to start trying to kill Robert instead of Ragnar so that we can get a berserker with a more fantasy name. And then we've got our boss, Kessandria, the Witch Queen, who does have a spell left, but it would be best used if the heroes are in the room. So she kind of can't do anything. Here's what I think we're going to do with her. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put her here. And this is basically so that if Valerna manages to kill one of these 2 skeletons, she can't target the boss. So pretty much all the other monsters have to be dead before they can get that. Okay, now let's do Zuli's wandering monster. Robert is right here, so he's definitely got some stuff. Now we've got a wandering monster chart up here so that we can randomize this. There's only a few cards that we can't let this be. I think the 10 of clubs is one of them. Yes, unfortunately we can't do 10 of clubs yet. We're gonna keep drawing until we get one. 7 of diamonds is a deep zombie. Well, let's grab a deep zombie. Okay, now these will eventually have a fancy paint job. Right now, they are not painted at the moment. However, this is a special variant of zombie that we just rolled, a deep zombie, which means this zombie has spent a significant portion of its undeath in the deepest, darkest tunnels underground. These monsters are slow because they are mostly blind, because they don't need to see in the dark. However, if you're going to survive in the deepest, darkest tunnels, you got to be strong, so they have higher attack. The zombie swings its cleaver at Robert, hitting him with one. Yeah, these monsters are real strong. Okay, Robert doesn't defend it though. All right. I take back my mocking. For real, the number one Ragnar hated, yes. Now, this does actually trigger Robert's retaliation skill. So he just got knocked down to 5 body points. He can do this twice per quest, and he's already done it once. So this is the twice. Now that he is at 5 points, use the skill immediately after you've taken damage from an adjacent monster. Immediately make an attack against that monster. So we'll turn him around to face the zombie, because that's who he's hitting. In response to the damage he took, he retaliates with his battle axe, hitting the deep zombie with a 1. That's not going to kill it. It doesn't block, but it's still not dead. I was totally baffled. That interview with the creator of HeroQuest that I watched most of earlier today, he revealed that Sir Ragnar was actually a character that he created and played as himself in a D&D campaign, which was super neat. So it's not meant to be the same Ragnar that's in HeroQuest, but that's why that character was named that, is because it was kind of his D&D character, which is wild. Zuli says, "Oh, Robert, you better not dodge any attack until you change your name." Yes. Okay, we are back to the hero's turn, so let's come back down here to Paya the monk, who is still trying to get rid of this skeleton, and so far she hasn't even managed to damage it. She throws a punch at the skeleton, hitting it with a 1. Come on, Paya. The skeleton doesn't block, but it's still not dead. I don't know what's happened to Paya. She is having a little bit of an off night. She's not really damaged, but she hasn't been positively affecting a huge amount. Unfortunately, there's nothing else for her to do, so that is it for her. Valerna, we still need to work on getting rid of one of these monsters. Now, the skeleton in front of her is a little bit more damaged than the other one. So, Potion of Strength, I assume to Paya. She is going to go ahead and hit the skeleton right in front of her. Or not. She missed. That is disappointing. Yes, okay, we're going to go. I'm going to write that down. So on her next turn, Potion of Strength gift. Hopefully that will help give her that little extra push she needs to get rid of that roadblock. Skeletons are the second easiest monster on the game. In the game, she shouldn't be struggling with it. It's just the dice rolls. What do you do? Okay, unfortunately, that is everything for the girls right at the moment. Neither of them are in need of healing. They just need to actually kill these monsters. Up here, we have... I've forgotten his name. Thraken the Barbarian. Jeez. He is going to move and fire his short bow at that skeleton. Missing it for the second turn in a row. I'm pretty sure that was the second turn in a row. Come on, Thraken. This is because I complained that the heroes weren't being challenged enough, isn't it? The dice have turned on me. And we have Robert Tylan here, who can theoretically attack either one of those monsters. They're both damaged, so there's not... I guess the zombie hits a little harder, so let's go ahead and try and get rid of that one. Robert swings his battle axe at the deep zombie, hitting it with a 2. It blocks one, but not the other. It is still dead. But it definitely gave them a little bit of an extra run for their money, so that's good. Okay, nothing else he can do on his turn, so we'll just face him back at the skeleton. And it is the monster's turn, so that skeleton is going to attack. Skeleton on Robert. Misses. Oh no, my zombie! It made a valiant effort. It did hit him. Robert, you'll never be forgiven. The chat is gaining grudges against our heroes. I love it. We've also got the skeleton up here attacking Thraken, just kind of following him around as he misses with his bow over and over. The skeleton swings its scythe at the barbarian and misses him. It's a game of who can miss harder. Over here, we got the skeleton on Paya. Hitting her with a 1. Which she blocks just barely, though. Look at that, only 1 white shield. We've also got 2 skeletons on Valyria. Skeleton number 1 swings and hits her with a 1, which she blocks just barely. And skeleton number 2 swings and misses, unfortunately. And our boss, Kessandria, again, she does have 1 more spell, but it would really be best saved for when both heroes are in the room. Who could miss harder? I'm rolling. Yeah. So I really think it's actually mostly to our benefit right at the moment to keep Kessandria in a place that she's going to be harder to hit, and she's just waiting to cast this extra spell until both heroes make it into the room. Okay, Paya, it is time. It's time for you to kill the skeleton. We're doing the gifted potion of strength. 6 dice, 6 attack dice, and she only needs to actually land 1 hit on the skeleton. There's no reason that this does nothing, except that I just jinxed it. Paya throws a strength-enhanced punch at the skeleton, hitting it with a 4. Now that is how you do it. That right there, my friends, is a skilled strike, meaning that skeleton is super dead. Get out of here. That's the way to go, Paya. Okay, now she needs to get in that room. In fact, we don't even need to roll her. We can move 2. You're guaranteed at least 2 on these movement dice, so we'll move her right up to Kessandria. Yes! Skilled strike! You gotta love it. And we are at Valyria. Can Valyria help? I'm gonna need to move the camera there. This skeleton is also damaged, so if she can just get rid of it, she'll be in good shape. She swings her longsword, hitting the skeleton with a 1. And luckily, the skeleton does not defend because it was damaged already. That is death. Second death. I don't know, how many times can a skeleton be reanimated? Maybe that was more than second death. Oh, there it is, super dead, yes! I love it. Okay, now, Kessandria is now in range, which means that Valyria can finally cast the spell that she's been holding on to. Both Valyria and Kessandria have been holding on to a spell. Arrows of the Night. Valyria is casting this at Kessandria. This spell may be cast on any monster in the spellcaster's line of sight. These magical bolts will inflict 5 body points of damage. The monster may defend using 5 defense dice. Excellent. So she is throwing these arrows at Kessandria, who immediately gets hit. However, she blocks 1 of them, taking 4 damage, which is pretty bad. Doesn't quite kill her, but comes pretty close. Ouch. That Arrows of the Night spell is good. I have not been giving that spell its due. But never fear. We're not quite to the end there yet. It is now time for Thraken. I keep almost calling him Robert now. Thraken, can we kill this skeleton, please? You're just like running around in circles. Thraken loads an arrow into his short bow and fires at the skeleton, this time finally hitting it with a critical hit of 3, which, yes, because that skeleton was slightly damaged already, is a skilled strike, meaning this skeleton also is super dead. Again. Because it was dead already, right? I don't know. Yes, oh man, I love the emotes. Okay, we are also at Robert here, who's got his own damaged skeleton. Let's see if he can keep up our streak of super deads here. Robert swings his battle axe at the skeleton. Definitely not a skilled strike there, but he still might kill it. Nope, skeleton blocked. Zuli has cursed Robert, and now he can't do a thing. And yeah, there's nothing else to search. So until that skeleton's gone, that is it. So it is the monster's turn. Let's get that skeleton immediately retaliating against Robert's attack. Swinging its scythe and hitting him with a critical hit of 2. And he does not block either one of them. Ouch. This actually brings him down to 3 body points. Puts him in range to use his frenzy spell, but also means that he is pretty far down. I think he'll be fine, actually, because there's not a huge amount more monsters in this quest. But he's kind of down on his luck right now. Yes, my curse worked. Yeah, I love it. And down here we have a whole bunch of interesting things happening. We have a skeleton attacking Valerna, swinging a scythe and missing her. That's not very interesting, skeleton. We also have Kessandria, who has been saving up a spell, but also, because we are in level 3 difficulty, Kessandria has a potion of healing, which she can use on herself, which will perfectly heal all 4 of the damage markers we had on her, taking her back up to her full strength of 5 body points. Ooh, ouch. She is then going to use her attack action to cast Cloud of Dread. This spell paralyzes all heroes located in the same room or corridor as the spellcaster. A paralyzed hero is unable to move, attack, or defend. The spell can be broken at once or on a future turn by each victim rolling a movement dice for each of their mind points. By rolling a 6, the hero is free. Wow, she's buff, yes. So as of the moment, both Paya and Valerna are frozen, paralyzed, unable to move, attack, or defend. However, both of them are pretty smart gals, so honestly, they ought to be able to throw this attack off pretty easily. But let's see what's happening. I know Paya's got 6 mind points because we've been having to do stuff with her, and Valerna has 5. So yeah, honestly, not my 2 queens. Yeah, I bet you they'll throw this off. So we got 6 movement dice here. This is going to be for Paya, and as long as she rolls a 6 on one of these, she is not affected by the spell. There you go. We got 2 6s. So Paya is not paralyzed. How about Valerna? Now Valerna has 1 less dice to throw than Paya does, but 5 is still a lot. Ooh, unfortunately, Valerna does not roll a 6, so Valerna is paralyzed until she can manage to throw the spell off. Zully says, it could have been Robert and Thraken, especially Robert. Yes. We've got the 2 girl heroes fighting the girl boss monster. That's kind of funny how that worked. This is one of the only, not the only, but one of the only female boss monsters. And we ended up literally randomly, just by card draws, for the 2 female heroes on this quest to be down here. So that's interesting. Okay, back to the hero's turn. I don't know why I'm moving the camera. It is actually Paya's turn here. Okay, so Paya is still able to do stuff. Now, it's too bad she doesn't have access to her element of fire. She has to use the element of water first, and we haven't had anything bad enough to need that. Actually, one moment, because we haven't actually done anything with Paya yet. Kessandria has 2 actions, and I only used 1 of them. Kessandria can physically attack as well, so we need to do that. So she casts her spell, but for her second action, she is also going to swing her dagger at Paya, hitting her with a 2, which Paya defends. Okay, I gotta remember that. Don't let me forget that. Although Kessandria is out of spells now, so physically attacking is all she's gonna be able to do. The women are serving and they are strong. Yes, absolutely. For the guys, they gave us nothing. Yeah, they really have. I mean, they did take out 3 Doomguard earlier. I think that was while you were eating lunch. Doomguard are no joke, and those 2 did manage to teamwork all 3 of those guys down, which was impressive. But other than that, they've just been kind of eking their way through. Okay, right back to Paya now, for real this time. Paya is now going to hit Kessandria. Yeah, just regular punch. Paya throws a punch at the Witch Queen, hitting her with 1. That's probably not going to do anything. Yes, Kessandria does indeed defend that attack. Good. I'm glad she's going down. She's not going down without a fight. Okay. Valerna is trapped by the Cloud of Dread, unable to do anything. We will be trying again on her next turn to throw the spell off. I'll forgive both of them this time. That's good. Yeah. They've been trying. I'll be happy to get these traps off the board. They are screwing with the camera just a little bit, making everything look a little orange. Thraken. 1 and 2. I guess I didn't need to roll him for that. He's going to shoot at that skeleton, see if he can finish it off. Loading up a bow and a short bow. He fires, hitting that skeleton with a 1, which the skeleton indeed does not defend, which means it is dead. Okay, we must have reset the skeleton drawers. Okay. Robert, what are we doing here, buddy? Are we searching for treasure or are we leaving the room? He is indeed going to search for treasure. Let's see what Robert finds here in the central room. Ooh, Thraken's getting a difficult monster. The girls in the chat have turned against the guys in the quest. Let me do this treasure search and then we'll do that. Robert finds a potion of strength. Okay, he just used one of those. Now he's got another one. Okay, we have our chart over here, which is going to give us either a Dread Warrior, a Chaos Warrior, a Doom Guard, a Gargoyle, or an Ogre. I couldn't remember there. Dread Warrior, Chaos Warrior, Doom Guard, Gargoyle, Ogre. Yeah, good one. Okay, and we are getting option 1, 2, 3, which I believe was a Chaos Warrior. A wandering Chaos Warrior appears from out of a crack in the ground. Because they can do that, I guess. New canon lore. I'll take my bow now. And immediately attacks Thraken. By the way, forgive the paint job. That is one of mine. That is definitely not one of Savannah's. That is a like 12 or 13-year-old Luke making a desperate attempt at making a cool-looking mini and failing hardcore. Chaos Warrior swings with attacks and... You guys see that, right? That's a total miss from that Chaos Warrior. Robert, you're lucky I haven't redeemed a difficult monster yet. It's gonna happen. They need it, I'll be honest. Even from theoretically, there are no more monsters in their path, so they need some more. That is ridiculous, right? That Chaos Warrior completely missed. Okay, it is actually the monster's turn, so the Chaos Warrior is already attacked, but down here we've got a skeleton and, of course, Kessandria as well. The skeleton first, and let's remember, too, that Valerna is right now paralyzed in the Cloud of Dread, which means she can't defend whatever this is. The skeleton swings a scythe and hits her with a 1, which she is forced to take, dropping her to 9. I demand a reroll. What happened to the dice roll? Reroll. Oh, I'm sure it will get the chance. And Kessandria, out of spells, but still plenty powerful, swings with her dagger at Paya, hitting the monk with a 3. However, Paya is not taking any of that crap and blocked every single one of them. Oh my gosh, is that a dinosaur breathing fire? That's insane. That's amazing, but also insane. Okay. Sorry, I got something stuck in my teeth. Okay. Paya is immediately attacking back against Kessandria, who is, not even damaged thanks to that potion of healing. Paya throws a punch at the boss, hitting her with a 3. Kessandria blocks 1, but not the other 2, taking those 2 damage. Valerna gets another chance to escape the Cloud of Dread. Let's see if she does. Rolling 5 dice, she just needs a 6 on one of these. Oh, she got lucky. She manages to throw off the effects of the Cloud of Dread and is now back to full function. She's going to try and get rid of this annoying skeleton. Swinging her longsword. She misses entirely. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, she's got 4 potions of healing, and she doesn't need them. She's only down by 3 points, but if she heals herself back up to full, she would be able to use the longsword a little bit more efficiently. However, there's no point in doing that right now, because the skeleton could just take her right back down. 1 in 26 says, did I miss painting? That would have been last night, so yes. Savannah was working on painting one of the First Light dragons, and she did indeed have a mishap. Drat! We need to bring back Drat. I love that. She had a painting mishap that was rather hilarious, where a bit of red paint totally exploded all over her hands, all over the table, all over her dress. A major paint explosion. Yes, I do believe Gohan clipped that. That's probably in our clips in the clips tab. 1 in 26 says my medications are just screwing me. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, that is no fun. She will be back Wednesday. I imagine probably to finish off that dragon. Savannah says, I watched that in the episode earlier. A volcano erupted, yes. Oh yeah, you watched it in the YouTube episode, yeah. Okay, it is Thraken's turn. Let's see if he has any better luck against the Chaos Warrior than the Chaos Warrior had against him. Oh, he actually needs to move. I keep forgetting, because Justin destroyed his battle axe earlier. So he's going to move a little bit and fire an arrow. 1 in 26 says, on the bright side, I finished the basic rules for an RPG, so there is that. Awesome. So he says, I haven't checked it yet. I'll check it out later. That's brilliant. Yes. That's super cool, man. Thraken fires at the Chaos Warrior and hits it with a critical hit of 3. And it doesn't block a single one. Oh man, it's not dead. But that's kind of a load of crap. I'll be testing it out with the family. Yeah, if it works, that'll be awesome. Let us know how that goes. That'd be really cool to see what those are. I'd be really curious about that. Are you in our Discord 1 in 26? This is so unfair right now. Yeah. If you're not in our Discord and you want to, there is a pinned comment there with a link that'll let you join. I agree. Yeah. I'm in there as my real name. Awesome. Okay. I remember we had talked about it once before, but I couldn't remember if you were in there. Luke's cheating. Nah. Would I do that? Oh, look, skulls. 3 skulls. Wow. Totally normal dice roll that happened right there. Yeah, if those RPG rules work out, man, throw something in the self-interest there at some point if you want to. That would be awesome. Blowing the nose. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's get Robert over there. I feel a little bad because Robert's probably going to kill it before it gets to do anything. They need some more monsters, guys. I feel like if this were a player, he wouldn't ignore it, right? I'm tempted to ignore it just so that it gets to get a little bit of damage in. But who knows? Maybe Robert won't manage to kill it. Oh. No, actually, 1 in 26 says it will probably be going out with the books I write as something free-ish. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. So definitely don't throw it in the Discord for free then. Links to the books, though. I've actually meant to ask you about that before. If you got like Amazon links or anything like that to the books, throw those in there. And Zuli says, absolutely unbelievable. Robert, you better not kill it. Okay, actually, I do think we're going to not send Robert over there. Anyone get graffiti on a wall yet? No, because I totally forgot about that idea. I'm going to put that in the notes right now because I can't believe I forgot about that. That was such a good idea, and I am glad you brought that up. Redeem for graffiti on one of the 3D walls. Okay, that is in the link. I was writing stuff down, so unless it's just in the middle of this list somewhere. Weird. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It's in there now, for sure. Okay. Anyway, I get it. I hate to let a good idea go to waste. Yes, and thank you again for bringing that up again, because I don't know why I didn't type it or if I'm just not seeing it now, because I meant to. I do believe we're not going to have Robert go over there because he's only down to 3 body points and that Chaos Warrior could kill him. So actually, even though he might kill it, I feel like we probably will send him somewhere else. This should be Thrackan trying to get rid of it. So 1, 2, well, he was already here. So actually this is, what door is he going for actually? We're going for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Means he is at the south door. And we'll go ahead and open the south door. Out here, there is a couple of walls. And of course, at the bottom of the hallway, there is another wall which we already placed there. This actually connects down to the boss room. Oh my gosh, he's stepping on a pit trap that I didn't see because the door was blocking it. Well, that's on me. Let's see if Robert jumps over the pit trap. Okay, he does. I can't believe I stepped him on that trap, even though we knew it was there. The door was perfectly blocking it. 1 in 26 says, speaking of, I vaguely remember something about needing a moderator or something to post links. Yeah. There was I assume when you were in here earlier, we were talking about a video. I hope all the roll fails. A video on YouTube called Why Hero Quest is So Great, which would be fantastic to check out. Now, I think 1 in 26, you know about that one already, right? Isn't that how you, like, indirectly how you found us? Am I remembering that right? Okay, so he jumped the pit trap. I still can't believe I stepped on that. It's so stupid. Yes, I was watching it and saw you online. Yeah, that is so great. I've been urging the chat to go watch that. If anybody in here has not ever watched that video, you desperately need to. Purely serendipity, however you spell that. Yeah. That video is one of my favorite videos on the internet. And of course, directly related to Hero Quest. Okay, monster's turn. Let's see if this Chaos Warrior, given a second chance, can actually do some damage. Swinging its axe at Thrackan. Hitting him with a 1. Jeez. Which he blocks. Zuli says, I'll definitely watch it after. You need to. And 1 in 26 is lurking. Wait, was it the one you sent recently in the Discord or another one? It is a different one. I need to pin this video in our Discord. It doesn't have anything to do with Midnight Quest, but it is directly related to Hero Quest. And again, it's one of the funniest videos on the entire internet. I have no doubt that video, it has something to do with why this game ended up being remade. Whoever ended up with the rights to Hero Quest had to have seen the popularity of that video, and that had to have played into the decision. Can I give the Chaos guy a potion of strength? No, no. Please look alive. No, but you can spawn another monster. Spawn all the monsters. I imagine it's, the difficult one's still on cooldown, but the regular one's probably not. Crap, what were we even doing? Okay, yes, that's right. Monster's turn. The Chaos Warrior attacked and didn't manage to get anything. Down here, the skeleton is going to attack the elf. Swinging but missing, because that's all that skeleton can apparently imagine. And Kessandria the Witch Queen, swinging at Paya and hitting her, ouch, with a 3. And she doesn't block a single one. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Okay, this gives us a great opportunity for her to use the element of water. There are, of course, two cards with this, but we are going to use Twisting Torrent. Use this element immediately after taking any amount of damage from an attack or trap to cancel that damage. So she does not take those 3 hits. And this works out very nicely for her. So he says, I'll give it a health potion to attack Robert. Oh, that's funny. Oh, I can't believe how useless that Chaos Warrior is. That is unusual. How ridiculous. Misses on one turn, only gets a 1 on the next turn. That's insane. Okie dokie, back to the hero's turn. It is time for Paya to hopefully take out Kessandria. Now she has one more element left, the element of fire, which she can only use once all of the other elemental cards are gone. She has 2 here, and I'm not sure which one is the better option, so let's kind of check it out. Keeping in mind that Kessandria still has 3 body points left. So Burning Spirit would be, as an action, expel a beam of brilliant energy from your soul's core. This beam may be straight or diagonal and continues until it meets a wall or closed door, so it would only hit the boss. Each enemy in the beam takes 2 body points of damage. This cannot be defended. Okay, so it wouldn't kill her, but it would take her down to 1. And Paya can also attack normally on this turn, so between the 2 things it might do it. Let's go ahead and look at the other one. As an action, inflict 1 body point of damage on any one adjacent enemy. The target then takes an additional 2 body points of damage at the end of its next turn. Ooh, that might be good. So it wouldn't kill her immediately, but it would guarantee she dies after the next monster's turn. Yeah, I think that's the one, right? Okay, let's do that. Paya is going to use Touch of an Endless Inferno on Kessandria the Witch Queen, which means Kessandria takes 1 body point of damage right now. And at the end of the next monster's turn, she's going to take the last 2 body points of damage and die. But she does get to take another turn first. Now, Paya also gets a regular attack here. So it is entirely possible that we don't even have to wait for the Touch of Endless Inferno to do anything, because if Paya lands 2 skulls of damage with her normal attack, Kessandria is still dead. So, in addition to the Touch of Endless Inferno, Paya throws a punch at Kessandria, hitting her with a 3. Kessandria blocks 2 and takes 1 damage, so she does not die, but she is guaranteed to die at the end of her next turn. Okay, up here. Valerna, get rid of this skeleton, all right? It's been turn after turn after turn. We're going to start her turn by letting her drink 1 of her potions of healing. This is going to put her back up to full health, which is only relevant because it means that her longsword is going to go back up to 4 dice instead of 3. So we're going to discard that potion of healing, and because she is at full health, she swings her longsword with greater efficacy, hitting the skeleton with a 1. Still might kill it. And the skeleton does not defend. Finally, after 700 billion turns, the skeleton is dead. There we go. $126 says, okay, back. Had to get a bit of Japanese music in. Dang, she struggles and wins. Yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, back up here. Thraken is surely going to finish off this poor Chaos Warrior who was meant to do some damage and has not done it. That's the fun. Yes, I agree. Thraken moves back, fires an arrow from his short bow, hitting the Chaos Warrior with a 1 that is actually not guaranteed to kill it. And the Chaos Warrior does not defend. Unfortunately, that is the Wandering Chaos Warrior taken out before it can even land a hit. Anybody else got some channel points to land another hard monster there on Thraken? Because that was kind of a load of crap. That monster did not do like anything. Okay, Thraken's going to go ahead and move. Now, he doesn't really need to follow Robert, I wouldn't say. So he's got a few options for leaving this room. Robert's going down, but we do need to explore these other options too. There's no way to get to this door other than stepping on a trap, which is frustrating. Which door is Robert going to go out of? Okay, he is indeed going to go out of this door. So we'll let him step on a spear trap because that won't be too big of a deal. For Thraken, nah, it's on cooldown, no such luck. For Robert, definitely. There you go. Okay. What did old Rob do to you? His name's not cool enough. That's she has decided to lay a pox on him because his name isn't cool enough, which is fair. It is not cool enough. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if Thraken jumps this spear. He does. 4, 5. Still doesn't quite make it to the door. Now, spear traps do disappear after they're triggered, regardless of whether or not they hit. So that spear trap is gone. And he basically just got lucky. Oh boy, don't get me started. Robert the Brave. There you go. Yes, Robert Tylan is not a super fantasy-ish name. But Robert's not. It doesn't feel like it, but, you know, King Robert, you hear that all the time. Zuli says, I prefer Ragnar. Yes. Brave, brace, brave, sir. Yeah, it's Robin. Sir Robin. Brave Sir Robin. Yes. Ain't brave enough. Good old brave Sir Robin. Robin. Gotta love it. Eric Idle is amazing. I mean, all of Monty Python is, naturally. Okay, speaking of Robert, it is his turn, and it's too bad he doesn't have any healing potions. Because he might get screwed. He's pretty low. Let's get him moving. He's coming down here to help with the boss room, just not very fast. However, this hallway has not been searched. Is he going to search for traps, secret doors, or move? And he does like himself some secret doors. So traps, secret doors, or move. And he's doing traps. Fair enough. There are no traps in this hallway. Secret doors, or move. He is moving. Okay, and we already rolled him that 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wasn't there a Robert in Game of Thrones? Yes, King Robert, yeah. Robert Baratheon, for sure. Could you give stats on the character's health? Yes, so here's the thing. So my dad also was asking about that. I would love to have stuff like that on screen. Like a really good picture of each hero that's on the screen, and next to it is their health, and maybe if it didn't take up too much space, like kind of how many dice they throw for certain things. And that would be amazing. The problem is it would take up a lot of time on stream for me to be constantly updating that information. So it almost requires somebody else down here doing that part. And Savannah could, but we're not always guaranteed that the kids are going to be asleep for her to do that. So here's what we need to do to make that a thing. This is too much to ask, but I'm going to throw it out there. If this channel ever becomes enough of a money-making venture that we can pay somebody to come down here and do that, that will 100% be a thing, because I agree that it would be really handy to have. I need to read the first 2 books, I think, and the Hedge Knight thing. Yeah, I need to read the Game of Thrones books, too. I've only ever watched the show. I love reading. I would rather read than watch, but we've got 2 young kids, and they don't leave us alone, and I don't like to be interrupted if I'm reading. 126 says he still hasn't finished the books. That's true. That's true. I think I saw an interview with him. It's been a long time, but I think I saw an interview with him where he said, I'm probably not going to finish the book. It was something about like the amount of time it would take versus the amount of life I likely have left don't line up. It's going to end up like Berserk. Yeah. Yep. Okay, it is the monster's turn, and the only monster we have on the board is Kessandria the Witch Queen, who gets to make 1 more attack, and then the Touch of Endless Inferno will finish her off. Zuli says, yep, it would be handy. Boost the channel, yes! 1 last attack for the dying Witch Queen. She swings her dagger at the monk, hitting her with a 2. I kind of wish that had been a critical hit of 4. That would have been pretty neat. And Paya only blocks 1, taking the other one, meaning the Witch Queen did indeed manage to get a small hit. But then the Touch of Endless Inferno burns her from the inside out, and she is dead. Or, I should say, based on what the textbook says, the quest book rather, she disappears in a puff of acrid smoke, just as the Witch Lord did at Barrack Tor. Which is usually a hint, hint, wink, wink, they're not actually dead. I don't remember if she actually shows up later in the campaign. It's been a long time since I wrote the ending of the campaign, so it is possible she shows back up. I as well haven't read the book. 126 says, I was reading Tokyo Ghoul, but it brought in that lame next level thing. Blah. Bummer. They're okay books. I prefer Dune up to God Emperor. Nice. I think I started reading the first Dune book a long time ago. I'd have to start it over if I tried to read them again. Okay, so yeah, no monsters on the board now. We are back to Paya. I need to remove those damage markers, which means we're basically done. We're not quite done for the night, but we're basically done. Paya, are we searching for treasure? It's surprising that there's not a special treasure in this room. Are we searching for treasure or are we leaving? Ah, there you go. Thraken deserves a second chance. Okay, let me finish Paya's turn and then we'll do that. Nobody let me forget. Paya, are we searching for treasure or leaving? No, she's leaving. She's going to leave the treasure for Valerna. She did that earlier, too. 1, 2, is she going to stop and search for traps? No, she's not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and she meets Robert out in the hallway. Oh, hey, where have you been? We killed the boss, you moron. What were you doing? Paya killed Kessandria. We're down here taking care of business. You guys are up there doing who knows what. Okay, and that leaves us with Valerna, who does indeed need to do that treasure search since nobody else needs to walk through this room. Oh, and again, forgot about the monster. Okay, we're gonna do that. I wish I'm a spider, so what you would have kept going, yes. Beef with Thraken is so real. That was a way to do leveling up. One big joke of it, and I was laughing the whole way. Yes. Okay, let me finish Valerna's turn, and then we're definitely doing that monster. I got excited. What does Valerna find? She finds a wandering monster. Okay. What's the wandering monster in this quest? It's a Dread Warrior. Gee. Oh, poor Valerna. She just got left alone in the room. The Dread Warrior immediately swings its axe at her. Sorry, not axe, mace. Hitting her with a 1, okay. Which she blocks. Whatever, okay, and then she's got a second action. She only used 1, so she swings her longsword at the Dread Warrior, hitting it with a 2. And it doesn't defend. Wow. What is with the monsters? Okay. Difficult wandering monster on Thraken. You tell him, Paya, that's it. Okay, we need to determine. The difficult wandering monster that is appearing and attacking Thraken is either going to be a Dread Warrior, a Chaos Warrior, a Doomguard, a Gargoyle, or a Mountain Ogre. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is another Chaos Warrior. That's kind of wild that that's gotten drawn both times here. Let's see if this one is less useless than the other one. Chaos Warrior appears and immediately attacks Thraken, swinging its axe. Thraken would 100% complaining how the difficult monster keeps on coming. Yes, have they finished Delicious in Dungeon? I don't know. How our beautiful elf health looked. She's at full. She used a potion of healing to put her back at full, so she's good. She's at 12. The manga ended in 2023. I may need to read it. Ah, gotcha. I heard Delicious in Dungeon is good. I had never heard of that. The Chaos Warrior landed 1. And 4 black shields, which statistically shouldn't be possible. That's pretty wild. Anyway, let's see if Thraken actually takes that 1. Oh, where'd the other dice go? There it is. He blocks it just barely. Come on, Chaos Warriors. Chaos Warriors are a threat, dang it. What's happening right now? It is actually Thraken's turn, so he can retaliate. But he does need to move. He loads up an arrow in his bow and fires at the Dread Warrior. No, Chaos Warrior, sorry. Hits it with a 2. And it takes both. This is insane. I can't believe this. When it comes back around, it better survive. They better do a better thing. This is ridiculous. 126 says, Elf, that reminds me. I need to look for that video. Yes. Okay, this takes us down to Robert, who is down in the hallway now, and we might as well go help out Valerna, honestly. I'd say Valerna is probably in more trouble than Thraken is right at the moment, especially if we just keep Paya headed up there. So we'll just kind of trade Paya and Robert. 1, 2, since Robert seems to insist on coming down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He rolled exactly enough to get up to that Dread Warrior to help out Valerna. Swinging his axe. He hits the Dread Warrior with a 3. The Dread Warrior blocks 1 and takes 2, and that does indeed mean that it is dead. Thanks to the damage Valerna landed, he was able to finish it off. Very nice. Posted in general chat. Awesome. I will check that out. Beware of elves. I'll check that out when we're done tonight. Okay, that leaves us with the monster's turn. The Chaos Warrior is the only monster on the board, and it has already attacked on this turn cycle. So when we come back around, it will attack again, assuming it survives that long, which, you know, it should, but the way things have been going, we'll see. All right, Paya is headed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does she have anything that stops her from jumping over that trap? No, she doesn't. Okay, let's see if she can just get rid of this pit trap. That's the only way she can move forward is to get rid of that. She's got toolkit disarm, which means she needs a shield of either color. Yes, indeed, she is able to successfully disarm that trap. I'll tell you what, Zuli, you giving her that potion of strength seems to have put her back on track, because she was being like almost useless until you gave her that potion of strength. 126 says, Bordeaux is a real treat. He's from Georgia, the country, and has some very interesting ways about him. Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Zuli says, I don't want to say this, but good job, Robert. Yes, helping out the elf. All right, so that actually takes us to Valerna, and there is nothing left to do in this room, so they need to essentially move back out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, interesting, this hallway has not been searched for secret doors. However, we're not gonna, and that is because it couldn't lead anywhere they haven't already been. They searched for secret doors in both this room and the green room, which would have given us anything that was on this wall, and there wasn't anything. So actually no reason to search this area. Now I think nobody searched the double wide, and that could have a secret door because it could totally go into this room. So she didn't quite get enough roll to get over there, but good. Julie says, that's great, she deserves it. Yes, it's like that gave her the boost of confidence back. It's weird how these things work considering they're random. Okay, Thraken is again shooting at the Chaos Warrior. Let's see what happens this time. Knocking up another arrow and firing this time. He misses. 126 says, okay, I'm in too much pain. I thought I heard something about a trailer house. I wonder what that was. What did you hear that sounded like trailer house? That's great. All right, is there anything else he can do? He could open that door, but it would theoretically be stupid if there's more monsters out there that would just end up hitting him also. I mean, he's got Paya in there with him, so he's probably safe. Let's go ahead and open this door. And out this hallway, I have nothing further to add. We have a wall here, and wall there. And there is nothing else that they can see at the moment. Double wide, that's a trailer house. Yeah, okay, I see, which is, I was talking about the double wide hallway. Yeah. Fair enough, I got what you mean. I do believe when I was first born, we lived in a double wide. I think. All right, take us to Robert, who also has nothing to do other than move. Honestly, he didn't need to come down here. He was useful, at least, helping with that Dread Warrior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he did make it close enough to the double wide hallway to search it for secret doors, but there are none. So it's just a matter of finding the way out now. Monster's turn. The Chaos Warrior this time does get to attack. moving towards Thraken and swinging its axe. Uh-oh. A regular wandering monster. You can give this to Thraken too. Oh no. You've developed there's unhealthy obsession with killing a hero. It's just a different hero. Okay, the Chaos Warrior attacks Thraken, hitting him with 2. At least he got a better hit this time. And Thraken only defends 1. See there, he landed some damage. 126 says, we lived in a single that lost power every time it rained. I bathed by candlelight. My mom found a rat in the toilet one day and freaked out. That place was a piece of work. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. A rat in the toilet. Oof. I don't think we ever had anything like that. I don't remember our trailer super well. We lived there until I think I was 7 when we moved out. So I have like fuzzy memories of that place. The only thing that I remember kind of in that vein is that anytime a skunk sprayed anywhere even vaguely near that trailer, it was uninhabitable. I remember having to go to either of my grandparents' house overnight a few times because we got skunked. Okay, extra wandering monster for Thraken. We just need to draw a card and actually get one that we can use. 10 of diamonds should be one. Yes, the 10 of diamonds is actually a type of monster we have never seen before. It's a monster we've seen before, but it's a variant of that monster we've never seen. This is an abomination. However, what got spawned here is specifically an ice abomination. So these guys usually come from the frozen north. How in the world? I guess, you know, actually we are close to the frozen north right here. Kalos is right next to the barbarian lands, so it actually kind of makes sense this guy would appear. Let's take a look at his stats, because I don't remember them. Ice Abomination, 10 movement, 3 attack dice, 5 defense dice, 1 body point. So they have extra movement and extra defense, but less body points. Zuli says, Savannah's on fire today. I'll support you. We're giving the guys a hard time. Yes. One sprayed me and I ran into the house. My mother flipped her lid and made me go back outside. Oh, I never got sprayed directly, but that is still great. Okay, the Ice Abomination attacks Thraken, hitting him with a 1. Which he blocks just barely. We are going to be doing a whole book of ice and snow monsters, which I'm super excited to get to. It is book 8, so we're still a little far away from it. But that is one of the hardest books in the entire campaign. I played in the fields with my dog, yeah. I still didn't play outside a huge amount. The trailer court we were in was not very big. We definitely didn't have like a big yard or anything. Oh, am I the only hayseed around here? I've played in fields. My grandparents lived by a big old field, cornfield, of course. I don't know why I put that in past tense too. My grandma still does live in that same place. That takes us to, what were we doing before that wandering monster? It was the monster's turn because the Chaos Warrior attacked. So we're back to Paya. I didn't live in the country at any point in my life. I've always lived here in town, but we're close. We're a small town. We're definitely not a city. We're close enough to the country to be country. We're one of those places where every direction you turn is a huge cornfield. No, I attacked. He attacked. He hit Thraken with 1, and then he defended it. Zuli, how did you end up with your name? Oh, I'm curious about that too. I've noticed, Zuli, that your username is different on every, like everything, which I find funny. I think I've realized who you are. Zuli, it's my Chinese name. My name is just Julie. I prefer my Chinese name more. Yeah. I like both. Zuli is neat, though. I agree. Okay, Paya is going to attack that Ice Abomination, throwing a punch. Hits it with 2. Now, notice, I did say it had 1 body point on the monster chart. However, because we're at level 3 difficulty, it does actually have 2 body points. So she could kill it right here if it defends nothing. Okay, defended 1. So lost 1, but blocked 1. I was thinking it was Chinese, but I'm used to seeing kanji. Oh, yeah, yeah. Either way, super neat. All right, that takes us to Valerna down here at the bottom of the hallway, and she's basically just moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, she's actually gotten close enough to the room that she can see the battle. She can fire at the Abomination, she can't see the Chaos Warrior. So she is putting an arrow in her short bow and firing, hitting that Abomination with a nothing. Denied. Valerna decided not to take aim, I guess. And that brings us to Thraken, who suddenly, unexpectedly, finds himself totally surrounded by monsters, and it would benefit him to attack either one of these, but I'm going to say probably the Chaos Warrior, because it hurts worse. So the Chaos Warrior is a little bit more of a threat. Ooh, you know what? He needs to move, though, because, again, his battle axe was destroyed. So we're going to move him out in the hallway, and then he is going to shoot at that Chaos Warrior. Hitting it with a 2. It blocks 1. Is that dead? Nah, not quite. Still has 1 body point left. So he says, oh yeah, I love putting a lot of names on every platform. On Discord, it's, yeah, damn snack bar. On TikTok, Shinzi Izuka. On here, Zuli, as well as Insta, but oh my gosh, I also put it in Anjuan. What? So I put everything Japanese, Chinese, and Korean name. I love it. I'm still able to determine based on your writing style that it was you. Well, and in Discord we knew because you came in after, like shortly after you discovered us. But I was on TikTok. I knew immediately as soon as you commented on something, even though it wasn't the same name. I'm like, oh, I know who that is. Sorry if I pronounced any of that completely wrong, by the way. I probably did. Okay, unfortunately, Thraken was unable to really do much, and he used both of his actions by moving and then attacking. So it is now Robert Tylan, who is now farthest away from everybody else. Moving right along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. He does not have any sort of long-range attack, so that is it. It is the monster's turn. Now, the Ice Abomination already attacked on this turn cycle? No, it didn't. It attacked during the monster's turn. So both monsters get to attack. Okay, I think we're going to keep the Chaos Warrior on Thraken because it was spawned first, and we'll let the Ice Abomination attack Paya instead. Chaos Warrior swings attacks. Jeez! Missing. Completely missing Thraken. Thraken is becoming the wind, okay? You can't hit the wind. I don't know what it is with these Chaos Warriors missing. That is wild. The Ice Abomination thrusts its spear at Paya, hitting her with a 2, which she blocks. So he says, it's just pronounced Julie in Zuli, but calling Zuli as normal is fine. Okay. They're all taking lessons from Gramina, yes. Okay, so pronouncing still Julie. Okay, Luke, you're pronouncing my name is all right. I know how difficult it is, but hey, I don't mind. Okay. But I get what you're saying. So it is actually pronounced Julie despite being spelled ZH, which is probably a localization, the ZH making a zh sound, right? Gramina, literal goat of the whole Hero Quest, yes! I've advocated occasionally in the past that the English language needs to adopt that ZH makes the zh sound, because we don't have a letter or combination of letters that consistently makes that sound in American English anyway. We need a Gramina emote. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I need to get on that. I need to figure out how to do that. Right back to Paya, because we are at the hero's turn again. Paya is going to try again to take out this Ice Abomination, throwing a punch and hitting it with a critical, no, sorry, not critical, a 3. I thought that was critical for some reason. She hit it with a 3. It attempts to defend, but does not, meaning that it is dead. Okay, can she do anything else? Not specifically. We could go ahead and have her move, though, because surely Thraken can handle that Chaos Warrior the way it's attacking. So let's go ahead and have her check out the one door that hasn't been opened yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He says, yeah, you're right, Luke. That is the first time I hear you say this. Yeah. 126 says it's a real pain to get that into... Oh, yeah. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that word. Let's get the other camera. This is actually the first time we've used the other camera this quest. Here we go. This is the hallway that there's Paya there, and she's just opened out into this hallway here. And now I'm throwing a door. Why can't I keep a hold of anything tonight? Okay, out this hallway, there is a door. Jeez, a wall. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. And a door. It's late. I need to go to bed. It's after 3. Okay, we're so close to finish with this quest, so we'll go ahead and finish it. This would be a stupid cutoff if I stopped right now. Oh yeah, it could be that, but for me it looks like, oh, that's so neat. Oh yeah, that's neat. First time here. Yeah. First time hearing someone say this because mostly people never figure this out. I'm surprised. Yeah. So it should be Julie then, right? Or is the J sound, is it more like the J sound and it's Julie? Or is it J? Definitely Robert. Yeah. And that's difficult monster, right? Oh, okay. Let me finish Paya's turn so we don't lose track of where we are. So she moved, she opened this hallway. Is she gonna stop? She doesn't have the action to search for traps, but she could do it next turn. No, she is not. So she's moving right out. She was here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Luckily, none of those squares are trapped. Okay. Everybody help me remember, because my memory is terrible, that after we do this difficult monster, it's gonna be Valerna's turn. Difficult monster attacking Robert Tylan. Is it a Dread Warrior, Chaos Warrior, Doom Guard, Gargoyle, or Mountain Ogre? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That, my friends, is a Doom Guard. I really need to get the glue gun down here to glue. I've got a couple of other Doom Guard sculpts that I broke by accident like the same night we started Midnight Quest. And I was so mad. I need to hot glue them back together. Doom Guard. I know, because he helped our beautiful elf, but I still want him dead. It's pronounced with the J in Julie. Okay. Gotcha. I mean, you kind of answered that earlier, and I was being thick a little bit there. This is the elf's name there. That is Valerna. Okay, Doomguard. Immediately attacking Robert. Hitting him with a 3. Oh, well, Robert's dead. However, Valerna has an elixir of life, so hope is not lost. Anyone want to see wolves greet each other? Oh, that sounds posted in Discord. That would be interesting. Okay. Right at the moment, Robert is dead, but Valerna does have an item that can bring him back. So we're good. We're not like permadeathing another hero here. But there you go. Julie, you got your wish. Yes, he's dead. Okay, now we're not putting an equipment tile there because he can immediately be brought back. And in fact, it is Valerna's turn. So no worries there. And she's standing right next to him, which is very handy. So she is going to turn around and she is going to utilize this item she has in her inventory, the Elixir of Life. This small bottle of pearly liquid brings a dead hero back to life, restoring all of their body and mind points. This potion can only be used once. So, I guess she's returning the favor, right? He walked in there and helped her out with that Dread Warrior, and she, in return, is using her Elixir of Life to bring him back. I think I might mark that too, because when we're talking about, you know, the history books, if you will, that's probably an important note. Technically, he died, but Valerna brought him back. So he died in Book 3, Quest 9 to a Doomguard. Valerna brought him back with the Elixir of Life. Yeah, that's kind of a big event there. Oh no. Should have kept him dead forever. Valerna, my queen, why would you do this? I sense some attachment here. I have these here wolves losing it while you're trying to get this done. That's great, I can't look at his face further. No, he's not face down. And technically she's brought him back. Okay, now, keeping in mind too, she does still have 2 of her actions left because using an item is not an action. So she turned around, which wasn't moving squares. She has both her actions, which also means that she can move and attack this Dread Warrior. 1, 2, 3. Now this is important because Valerna was also gifted a potion of strength earlier that she did not use. So let's go ahead and activate that now. She's got her longsword, she's at full health, so this is going to be 6 dice. Her strength boosted longsword, swinging at the Doomguard and hits it with a 3. It blocks 1 but takes 2. By the way, in this quest, with the difficulty, Doomguards are 5 attack, 5 defense, 5 body points. Wait, would you rather his butt? Doomguard. So many Wolves videos, this ain't got any back there. Oh no! We're right at the end of the quest and it's all going wrong. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so it's gonna be Thraken's turn when we come back. Let's get regular wandering monster here and we're gonna roll a dice to see who gets it. Okay, so 1 or a 2, it's Paya. 3 or a 4, it's Valerna. 5 or a 6. How did that not work out? Duh, you can't, we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 and we're gonna re-roll on a 5 or a 6. That was stupid. I don't know what in the world I was thinking there. Okay, so 1, it's Paya. 2, it's Valerna. 3, it's Thraken. 4, it's Robert Tylan. 5 or 6, we re-roll. 1, it's Paya. The end is supposed to be the peak. Yes, that's right. Very true. What kind of monster is attacking Paya? The 8 of diamonds is an ocean abomination. So we got another abomination, this time the ocean variant. Where is Paya? She's on our other camera. What is happening? Oh, that's right. I because I typed Valerna. There we go. The ocean abomination stats are 10 movement, 3 attack dice, 2 defense dice, and 3 body points because of our difficulty chart. It is. Thrusting its spear, it completely misses her because that's exactly how this quest has been going. Julie says that Luke doesn't deserve to sleep. Yeah, I'm enjoying this so much. 1 in 26. Come now, Luke must rest. If no rest, he die. Then what would you do with your free time? Those dice are weighted. Oh, that's great. This has been wild dice-wise. This has been the opposite of when Justin was here last, and he was getting nothing but terrible rolls. I seem to be getting the hero's amazing rolls. Okay, Thraken.
You were complaining that it was going too slow.
All right, this one and no more. He needs the rest or he wouldn't play more. We still have Savannah, yes. Okay, Thraken needs to get rid of this Chaos Warrior, right? Oh, he's got to move again, though. Now, he doesn't know that this hallway isn't trapped. That's kind of... that sucks a little bit. He moves and he shoots at the Chaos Warrior. But apparently we're on a bad streak now because he has also missed. Does he have anything he can do here? Not really. Okay, yep, we'll leave that be. That's just what it is. And we are back to Robert. The newly not dead Robert swings his battle axe at the Doomguard. I almost forgot what it was there. Hitting it with a 3. It blocks 1 and takes 2. Okay, still not dead. Oh no. What's happening? Her painting session. Did I need to pay attention to improve the monster attacks? You there. The monster needs your attention. Yes. These monsters have not been rolling crap. And I'm afraid Julie here has developed a hatred for Robert Tylan in the same way that you have developed a hatred for Ragnar. She was able to kill him, but Valerna had an elixir of life. Okay, so that was that, and Robert's not going to move or anything, so that we're still right where we were. You there says, I've been saving up my points to ensure Ragnar dies. All right, monster's turn. So the Abomination has already attacked, but both of the other monsters need to attack. So we're already looking at the Doomguard. Who's he hitting? He is actually going to turn and swipe at Valerna, swinging his axe and hitting her with a 4. Ouch. See, you there's paying attention now. Suddenly the monsters are doing damage. She blocks 1. What did I say, 4? So she takes 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, no worries here. She's only down to 9, and she still has 3 potions of healing. So she is, I don't know how she's been hoarding these potions, but she's fine. I need to save up for killing off Robert completely. He doesn't deserve to live with the name Robert. Maybe now that he's back to life, he's decided his name is dumb and he needs to change it. Gotta separate them from the rest of the party and take them out. All right, our other monster is the Chaos Warrior that's up here, and that Chaos Warrior is just chasing Thraken down and trying its best.
I think we should go on him.
That's way worse.
I know.
The Chaos Warrior swings an axe at Thraken and hits him with a 2. But he blocks. That's the best hit that Chaos Warrior has gotten. And look, you there is paying attention. Back to the manga chat, they did finish Dorohedoro. Well, she finished it. It was only the anime was completed. Oh, yes. Back to the heroes. So we need to switch cameras here because it is Paya the Monk fighting the Ocean Abomination that appeared behind her. Gosh, it's so nice to see something other than undead, by the way. Paya throws a punch at the Ocean Abomination, hitting him with 2. Let me review the stats again. They did not stay in my brain. 3 attack, 2 defense, 3 body points. Took them both. Damaged but not dead. And she can search this hallway for something. It's going to be for secret doors, and there are none. User says, right, I guess I should take over as Zargon so the monsters actually do stuff. Oh, shots fired. Okay, where are we at here? Valerna. Get down here on this Doomguard. What sort of stuff does Valerna have up her sleeve? Nothing but a whole bunch of healing, really. So, I guess she is attacking. She's no longer at full health, so the longsword's not as good. She swipes her longsword at the Doomguard, hitting it with a 2. And it doesn't defend either. That is that guy gone. No more Doom Guard. And that means that she can move. Valerna takes to the streets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, moving over to Thraken. Is this Chaos Warrior going to back him all the way down the hallway? Poor guy. Fires off an arrow at the Chaos Warrior. Oh, there you go. Hits it with a critical hit of 3. It's going to have to get 3 black shields to survive this. He got 1, but it is still dead. That's going to reset our Chaos Warrior drawers too. All right, he moved and attacked, so it is now Robert Tylan. Only moving to 3. 1, 2, 3. He's moving slow. He just died, okay? 126 says, what you need is a summon white rabbit. Oh no, just a cute little bunny. Yeah, but then it massacres all 4 heroes. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh God.
No.
Oh God. All right.
Oh no!
You there has jumped on the Robert hate.
Oh, no.
She's casting a dread
I
spell.
started this whole thing.
Whatever have you done? That's some serious support there, because you there has been saving up to attack Ragnar too.
I was just trying to throw a little wrench in the works.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to kill anyone.
All right, so over here now we have our big old pile of dread spells, and we are going to go for whatever is the 12th card in this pile, as long as it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Werewolf's Curse doesn't really make any sense. So let's just go to the next card down. There might be a bunch of Werewolf's Curses right in a row. Summon Wolves doesn't make any sense. We haven't seen any wolves yet. Command! That one will do. I'll save up to attack Ragnar for you. Oh yes, we're getting the deals. They put a white rabbit in Minecraft that kills everybody? Oh, that's amazing. The spell puts any one hero under the spellcaster's control. The spell can be broken immediately or on a future turn by the hero rolling 1 movement dice for each of their mind points. If a 6 is rolled, the spell is broken. And Robert's a pretty good target for this because Berserkers are real dumb. Now, he has been building his education skill set, so he's not at the lowest possible mind points. Brand new Berserkers only have 2. He's got 4. 126 says, I'm a wealth of useless knowledge, it seems. I just can't spell. I feel it. Okay, let's see if Robert is able to throw off this spell before it even really does anything. Indeed, he did roll a 6. Look at that. No dice. Or rather, 4 dice. You can't make that up right there. It's all the same. We're basically at the end of the quest. It's late. That is an amazing emote. I love that. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, what were we even doing? I don't even know what's going on anymore. I think the Ocean Abomination is attacking Paya. I'm pretty sure that was the monster's turn, right? Because Robert just moved and then we cast the spell on him. You gotta be joking. Julie's upset. Okay, over here we have the Ocean Abomination attacking Paya, thrusting a spear and hitting her with a 1. That's no help. And she blocks. All right, we are right back to her. Actually, she is attacking the Ocean Abomination right back, hitting it with a 2, and I do believe that'll probably take it out. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. It's crazy how the dice rolls affect this, right? Because we all saw how crazy the episode Justin was in was where Hogard died. And there were a few things I think that contributed to Hogard's death, but the big thing was just the bad dice rolls. 126 says, how did I end up with this stuff? I've been lurking too much, I guess. Hogard died. He had 6 defense dice. Hogard did. There's no reason he should have taken any damage. The whole quest was 6 defense dice, but he still died. It's ridiculous. So it depends entirely on the dice. Sometimes you have those nights where you just can't get nothing, and sometimes, more like tonight, it just seems like the dice are on the side of the heroes. It's wild. Okay, movement for Paya. Ugh. Oh no, not again. Who gave me this stuff? 1, 2. Oh, are we continuing to attack Robert? Either way, I'm going to finish Paya's turn before they do that. Excuse me, in the door that she just opened is the exit stairs. And actually nothing else. And she didn't have any movement left, so we're out on that. Roll 'em. Okay, so we're doing the we're making it random who's attacking, right? So we'll do the same thing. 1 is Paya, 2 is Valerna, 3 is Thraken, 4 is Robert, 5 or 6 is going to be re-roll. Okay, 6. 1, it's Paya again. Why do the monsters hate it? I'm praying for dice would definitely roll a great one this time for the monster. Yeah, let's actually get a monster that does something. Let's see, what monster are we getting? The 5 of clubs, which is a scout mercenary. We haven't seen these guys either. That'll be kind of neat. So in Hero Quest, there are mostly monsters that are bad guys, but occasionally we are going to have a bad guy human every once in a while. There are some mercenaries in this land that will just go with whoever is the highest bidder, and this is one of them. I am showing this to the wrong camera like a moron. This is a scout mercenary here. I do believe this is a female mercenary as well. Scout mercenaries are probably the weakest of the 4 types, but still, it'll be interesting to see because we haven't seen one yet. We got a merc, yes! Let's see what the Scout Mercenary stats are, because I do not remember. 9 movement, 2 attack, 3 defense, 3 body points. So it will take it a little bit. Doesn't have very high attack, but it'll take a little while to get rid of it. The Scout immediately attacks Paya, but misses her.
Good Lord.
Gosh. They definitely hot. I'll be curious to see these painted for sure. They have ranged attack, don't they? Do the scouts? I know the archers do. The scouts can search for traps and disarm them. That's their special thing. Unless that's something they've added recently that I don't remember. I know the archer mercenaries have ranged. And then the halberdiers can go diagonal. Reroll, we got robbed the range. Okay, and that was Paya's turn, actually. So it is Valerna's turn now. Here she is in the central room. Did anybody search the central room for treasure? Yes. We haven't missed anything. No, we have not. It's just searching the stairs room for stuff and surviving whatever monsters you guys throw at everybody. Gotta walk the 3 dogs, lurk. Rest well when you get to it, everyone. Yes, you too, 126. Thanks for hanging out. Very much appreciated. All right, Valerna's off and moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she's moved straight off camera. But not right in a row. Ah. Valerna swings her longsword. Hitting the scout, wow, with a critical hit of 3. Look at that, scout can't get nothing. Heroes get critical hits. It's ridiculous. 3 defense dice, 3 body points. Blocked 1, took 2. All right, moving on. It is time for Thraken, who is opened up into this hallway and has not done anything else. Thraken, what are we searching for? We are searching for traps, and there are none in this entire hallway. So from this to the door and out both paths, no traps in that area. We might as well have him do the secret door search too, just so we can confirm. There are none. This is a dead end. Critical hit, yes! So the only thing left is to get to the stairs, search that room for all the related stuff, survive any other monsters you guys throw at him, and get out of here. Robert, also already on camera, is just going to go ahead and move. Now he can't help with that scout because he does not have ranged attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I know that's not right. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. So he's over here, but he can't help. That would have been a surprise ending, wouldn't it? Just realized my battery's on 1%. Oh no! Hopefully, we gotta hurry the quest. Scout Mercenary already attacked this turn, so we are back to Paya. I've never ran so fast to the charger. Yes. Oh, Paya throws a fist at the Scout Mercenary, hitting it with hitting her with a 3. I'm used to calling the monsters it. But this is a person. With arms and legs and a face, by God. But a dead one. Dead Mercenary, because Paya is merciless. Yeah. Got jump scared by the outro. You there says, you sure you didn't see us on 1% and go to time to end? Yeah. I thought he was like, I quit all this and went to sleep. Oh, that's great. Nope, I just hit the wrong button. Paya, what are we doing? She has a second action. Searching for traps, searching for secret doors, or moving in there with the intent to search for treasure, or moving straight to the stairs and exiting the quest. How many options is that? Search for traps, search for secret doors, move in there with the intent to search for treasure on the next turn, or ignore all the searching and go to the stairs. She is searching for traps, and there are no traps in that room. Valerna. One, two, three, 4. Now what's she doing? Secret doors, treasure, or leaving? She is doing treasure. She's been doing a lot of treasure this quest. Does she have a searching preference? It is treasure. Oh, well, there you go. I should have been double weighting treasure, but she's been doing it anyway. Valerna accidentally brushes against an old empty torch bracket. To her surprise, it moves aside, dropping a hidden sack to the floor beneath it. Inside are 15 gold coins. Very nice. Puts us up to 4,690. That's all going to be going away here pretty soon. And we are at Thraken, who is the farthest away from the stairs. We literally just need somebody to search secret doors in there and we can end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gotta circumvent all the traps there. And finally, Robert. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then let's get that secret door search going on, and there are none. Okay, so we could roll them the rest of the way to the staircase, but that's it. That's the only thing that's going to happen, so no point in that. They have successfully done this quest. Okay, let's clean up, do the skill sets, all the good stuff, and then I'm going to bed. All right, let's get some cleanup here. So we want the unused spells and skills cleaned up. That one. And these go here. Finally done, yes. I am trying my hardest not to split these into 2 streams for a single quest, but they're only gonna get longer and more complicated, so we're just putting off the inevitable. Okay, as always, the surviving heroes get 50 gold coins apiece. Now, lore-wise, what we're saying essentially is that remember that all 12 heroes are currently in Kalos. Julie says, I bet Luke hears the redeems in his sleep. Yeah. Oh. Not quite so bad. I think we're finally reaching a point of equilibrium with them where they're not overkill. All 12 heroes are currently in Kalos, and we just happen to follow these 4. So this 200 coins could have come from another group of heroes that we weren't seeing, if we're looking for a lore reason to justify that game mechanic. Uther says, can I redeem monsters that target Ragnar while he isn't around? I agree, I'll give Ragnar a dread spell. Oh, wouldn't that be so dissatisfying, though, for me to be like, you know, we start the stream tomorrow and I'm like, sorry guys, Ragnar died off camera. Is there a spell for dead forever? No, but maybe there should be. Okay, in addition to the 50 gold coins apiece, surviving heroes also get 2 skill set points, which must be used immediately. There are 6 skill set categories, 10 levels in each category. There is not a reward for every level, and all of the levels benefit the different hero classes differently. So let's talk about what's going on, and as we go, I'll also be erasing damage and all that good stuff, basically preparing each hero's sheet for next quest. So Paya here is first. I think she did pretty good this quest. She had a lull there for a little while where I was kind of worried, but then she climbed back on. After Julie gave her that potion of strength, she was ready to go. Just build up a monster pile to hit Ragnar as soon as he hits a dungeon. Julie says, yeah, it would be chaos, and a lovely way to end Ragnar. This was her 14th quest. You there, did you see, I posted in the Discord earlier that I was watching an interview with Stephen Baker, the guy that created HeroQuest, and I didn't know this, but I guess Ragnar is a character that he created and played as in a D&D campaign. So Ragnar is kind of like a special character to the creator of HeroQuest. Now, given the Ragnar that we see in HeroQuest is not meant to be that same character, but he named him the same. If he survived it, he would deserve to go on living. Yeah, no kidding. Not watched it yet. You should. It's definitely, it's really interesting. I watched pretty much all of it. I had watched to a point that he wasn't talking much about HeroQuest anymore. He had kind of gone on to talk about Space Crusade and Battle Masters. All right, Paya is going for Machinery 5. Let's see, what is that? Machinery normally deals with disarming traps. And level 5 is nothing. She will get a reward for level 6 whenever she gets that. And her other point is going to go towards Combat level 8. Combat level 8 for a monk is another increase to base defense. So this is going to pop her up to 6 defense dice. And yes, that kind of seems like overkill, but let's not forget, Hogard had 6 defense dice, and he is dead as a doornail. So if you got bad dice rolls, the amount of defense dice you have does not matter. All right, so she's going to be set up really well for her next quest whenever she goes. Next is Valerna, who also did very well this quest. She has been around for a while now. This is her 13th quest, so Paya has actually been on more quests than Valerna, but Valerna was on our very first ever episode. Very first ever Midnight Quest episode, Valerna was the lead character on that quest, so she has been doing stuff for quite a minute. User says, so me trying to kill Ragnar is like killing the creator of HeroQuest. This seems canonically accurate to me. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he was originally the prince. So in Quest 4, the quest that's called Prince Magnus's Gold, in Steven's notes that was called Prince Ragnar's Gold, and then the Games Workshop people, when they were inputting references to Warhammer, insisted that it be Prince Magnus instead, and so he moved Ragnar over to being the other character. Cal says, there's leave a little of Ragnar, and 126 says, did they all make it out? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Valerna's first point tonight is going to be Magic Memorization 6. That's good, she needs that. That is going to be an increase to the number of spells she brings into the quest. She is now going to be up to 5 spells per quest. Absolutely excellent. And her other point is going to be Constitution level 7, which is an extra body point. That's going to put her up to a max of 13 body points. Awesome. Remember that the monster difficulty also increases. The more experienced heroes we have going into a quest, the harder the monsters become too. We're only at level 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 levels. So yes, it also kind of seems like crazy, but we are gonna keep on going. Oh no, what's going on? Yeah, they all made it out. Uther says, I decline to Cal. Julie says, I can't stop laughing. The creator would be scared of you. Yeah. Water 26 says, okay, I'm off then. Never trust an elf. So says Bordeaux. I'm definitely going to watch the wolf video in that video. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, Thraken. Thraken also did pretty good, despite being targeted there for a second by a couple of totally useless Chaos Warriors that just did nothing. Nothing at all. This was Thraken's 13th quest. He also was on our very first ever quest that we ever did. It was Valerna, Thraken, Hogard, and a wizard named Anora. And Anora died in that quest. Hogard, of course, died a little later. So Valerna and Thraken are kind of the OGs. His first point is going to be combat level 3, which is nothing, but he does get something at 4. His second point is going to be education level 6. Education increases your mind points. Level 6 isn't anything, but that's always good for a barbarian, because barbarians are kind of dumb. Cal works out how to Ragnar out of the city. Oh, you there's phone hit 0%. I told you to go charge it. He should be scared of you there. Quite scary. My computer works well. Now you can stop me saving Ragnar. Yes. Oh, that's great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so I couldn't remember if I had done both of Thraken's points. I definitely love, I've said this a couple of times, but I genuinely, I love how from the first moment that you there took the stance against Ragnar, the chat immediately divided, like pretty much equally, into people trying to kill him and people trying to keep him alive. And I just love it. The chaos is great. Okay, Robert, who just about didn't make it out of this quest. This was his 14th quest. Technically, he died, but Valerna brought him back with an elixir of life, which I did mark down here. His first point is going to be... Give me a card we can use. Here we go, Machinery level 6, which I bet is probably nothing for a Berserker. That is correct. Nothing for a Berserker for Machinery level 6. That is trap disarm stuff. And his other point is going to be Constitution level 9, which is going to give him 14 total body points. I wish he would quit building Constitution. The Berserker class is the worst one to be going after body points. Every extra body point he gets puts him further away from 2 of his 3 skills. And he is the one with the most body points out of our entire lineup of heroes. It's random. I don't know what to do. That's how it goes. But that is it. That is everything and everybody. Oh no, what's going on? Oh, you can't stop Cal from saving him. You there says, I can stop you from saving Ragnar. He must suffer. Julie says, I must run to the charger so fast, along with Robert. Yeah, Robert, I'm talking about you. I keep Ragnar alive because you there wants to kill him. Yeah. At least we have someone wanting to protect Ragnar. Yes, Gohan usually does too. You there says, this is rude. The health potions work so well. Yeah. You there, very well, Robert shall die. Oh no, Robert shall die first. Cal hides her health potions. Robert shall die first, while Ragnar will die last, but a painful death. Oh no, the chat has turned against the heroes. Oh, absolutely fantastic. Okay, remember guys, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we are doing the conclusion of this quest. So we will be seeing the rematch, Gramina versus the Witch Lord. Can Gramina pull off the amazing feat of one-shotting that fool twice?
So you know she's gonna.
Yes. I'm gonna stake these health potions, steal these health potions. You there shall now save to kill Robert and then annihilate Ragnar. Yeah, yes. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen when we have the showdown yet again. Because, again, I don't know how many people that are here now were around when we did the finale of The Gathering Storm, the first book. But Gramina, who had up to that point been basically, how to even put this politely, she had been doing terrible. Every attack she made missed, every defense she made got her hit, every search she did ended up getting her hit. She was a liability to every quest she was in, until she walked up to the Witch Lord, rolled a critical hit, and he rolled no shields, one-shot the guy from full health to dead. And ever since then, she has been unstoppable. Yeah. I think it's the R. I'm ready to save all the points for both. Hide them well. Anyone with an R at the start of their name shall die. Robert and Ragnar. Oh no, do we have... No, our new dwarf, her name starts with R.
Rana.
Don't kill Rana. Chat, tell us your name. We will spawn a monster to hunt you. Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. So I'm excited to see that quest tomorrow. Cal knocks out you there while Julie watching you. Cal steal the secret journal. Big mistake. Oh, it's going on. It's going on. Okay, guys. Well, we are getting out of here. It is almost 4 a.m. I am super tired. Oh, it is definitely bedtime. I've got a somewhat stressful workday tomorrow for sure, so I need to get some shut-eye. But you guys are awesome. You there says, I summoned 20 goblins. That would be great. Oh, it's so fun doing this with you guys and seeing how things progress and how things go. It's been fun. Yes, always. All right, you guys, if anybody in here happens to be watching and has not yet followed, please consider doing so. It really helps out the channel, and as you can see, we have an absolute blast here every time we play, whether we're painting, whether we're playing Hero Quest, whether we're just talking about lore and world building or hanging out. It is a ton of fun every time. Every time we are in here. So follow so you know when we're live. Subscribe if you want to support the channel. We're building. This thing is building, and it's been a ton of fun to see how it progresses as well. Yes, Julie says, have fun, everyone, and have a great night or day. Yes, agreed, and back to you as well. It still baffles me that it's not the middle of the night for you guys. That's such a crazy thing, but I love it. Under what other circumstance would we be talking to each other in basic real time? It's amazing. I love it. So you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you everybody in the chat for being here and hanging out and contributing to the quest. Seriously, I'd name names, but I know I'm going to forget some people. But we've got a crew, and we've got an awesome crew. All of you are fantastic, and thank you so much for playing along. It's awesome. Okay, we will catch you guys tomorrow night for another quest. Don't forget, just again, in case anybody's watching that doesn't know, we are here at midnight Eastern time every single night of the week doing something. So come hang out with us again. It's always a blast, and we will be back for all sorts of stuff. Thank you all one more time, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.